Welcome to the Hot Guns Podcast, one of the top rising podcasts of the year.
I really wanted to do it, so then I just did it.
Great work.
Today we were joined by
Physical One, Chris White.
Chris White. Chris White. I recognize that guy.
Chris. Oh my God, that's Chris White from the Grin Reapers.
That's Chris White from Tension.
Did he do Tension?
He did Tension.
Tension.
Did you know he did Tension?
Oh my God, I didn't know about Tension.
I heard they're doing Tension 11.
Tension 11.
Is he allowed to talk? Am I meant to talk in this?
We're joined by Chris White from the Grin Reapers. He was enjoying us doing the Physical 100 dub voice, so that's what you guys heard.
I think
that won't make sense until the end of the episode.
It was a fucking awesome episode. Whitey, what did we chat about today? Because we did talk about Tension, but what else did we?
I told you how I did the stupidest thing ever in Iran.
Oh, yeah.
We worked out that we can skim each other.
Yes.
Be millionaires.
Yeah.
And we discussed YouTube money I'm on.
YouTube money.
Oh, yeah. Sick. Aliens, the UFO distraction, and
Pyramids.
Pyramids. Yeah, we were definitely conspiracy light today, but it was conspiracy fun.
And then some movie series and some cool stuff that the universe is doing for us.
The universe.
Yeah.
But,
So,
I really like this episode.
yes, it's fantastic. Raunchy.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually good.
This episode was brought to you by Raunchy. This episode is brought to you by Raunchy Brewing. That it is actually good. It does taste good. And I haven't been drinking much, but last night I went and did stand-up at Grassroots, and they've got it on tap, and it's even better on tap.
I didn't think it would taste that good. And then I opened it, and the water perspired onto my head.
Excellent. So Raunchy, and I think they're getting behind Notorious QRZ as well. So
they're releasing a stout as well soon that we're hosting.
Oh, yeah, sweet. So on St. Paddy's Day.
On St. Paddy's Day, yeah.
So check it out. And Patreons, thank you for your support. The top level are going into a draw for a case of Raunchy as well. So keep it on the Patreon page.
Kit Adams came into the studio the other day and grabbed his box. So it's good.
Grab it by the box. Don't worry about the pussy.
Yeah. Oh, and he's attempting the world record for the most balloons popped by a tea towel.
Yeah.
30 in 30 seconds. So we're going to go down there and see that, Kit, because that's going to be fucking awesome. But he's going to try and pop 30 balloons with a tea towel in 30 seconds.
That's sick. And if you are on the Patreon page, jump on the Facebook page as well. We'll accept you in.
Sick.
So we can get better communication.
He said, let's get hard.
Let's get hard.
Hard. Okay.
Welcome to Hard Yarns Podcast.
I am fucking fat.
Anything Chris White says, please disregard it.
5D is actually a state of being. It's a unity consciousness.
That was Hard Yarns with me, Frankie Rose. So I'm going to throw it over to your co-host,
Daniel Delby.
And Cameron Branch.
I would do this and then I'd gong. Free in attendance for the millions listening at home. Let's get hard.
Feels like catching up with an old girlfriend.
Yeah? Who, me or Whitey?
No, Whitey, yeah. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Used to endurance athletes over there.
Yeah. Oh, we are doing that. Actually, let's start with that because this motherfucker sucked me in hard. He's like, do you want to join in for the 80?
Sucked you off hard.
Sucked me in for the 80-kilometre run,
Yeah.
but we're not doing 80, we're doing it as a team.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
Sick.
He's like, there we go. You can do leg 3, which is 20 kilometres of fucking beach sand. It's the hardest
worst
leg.
leg.
It's definitely the worst leg.
How many people have cycled through before him?
Foxy did it the first year.
Yeah.
And then Buddha last year.
Yeah.
Our branch.
But has anyone gone, yeah, I'll do it, and then you told them leg 3 and then they've bailed?
No. I knew Branchy was a sure thing. Full sucker.
It's funny because my mindset, I messaged you, I was like, yeah, it's all good. 20K is piss easy, but it's not. But thinking in my head compared to the 80, is
it soft sand?
Mate, it's beach sand.
That's
fucking
horrific.
The stat leg, you go down that steep hill.
Contos.
Yeah, like fucking, it's ridiculous. And you think that's the best start to a leg, but it's actually hard going downhill. And then you got you're on like cliffs and rocks and stuff, and you're like, this is pretty tough. And then you go up the top, and it's sick views. It's fucking incredible. But once you get down to the beach, you can't see the end, or the end that you think you can see. That's where you think you're ending. You go to the top, and then you go over the top of the little point there, and then you go back down on beach sand and you do it again. It's like 15 Ks of beach sand.
That's so bad. I honestly
Soft.
can't even do 500 meters.
And it's like the washout, like where the waves come in and wash.
Look at this.
Out
He's
the
talking
sand.
all surfy because Whitey's on. The washout.
The washout where the sand it kicks it out, and there's like a cliff in the sand along the beach. Yeah. So you're running on that. And
what have you gone? Is it easier to run it on that?
Well, then you're going to get wet feet and blisters and So
if you're only doing that 20, that might be all right. Or no?
No. Wet sand in your shoes while you're running, even if it's for 4Ks.
New Goggins Branchy.
Yeah.
Them photos. You must have lost 5 to 10 kgs. I reckon you're going to run like on top of the water.
8 kilos.
Yeah.
You've lost 8 kilo.
I've done the reverse.
Fucking hell.
I've put on 10.
I was going to say.
And when I run, I can fucking notice it.
Right. I went for a run the other day. I was like, what the fuck is this? I felt like I was floating.
Yeah,
where are you? Because you're looking swole as fuck with your Andre the Giant shirt as well. Is it in your knees that you're feeling it worse and shins, or just heavier?
It feels like my legs.
Yeah,
that's where I've been training, mainly my legs.
Yeah.
And up hills though, short sprints up hills, I feel stronger.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Down hills, I feel worse.
Yeah.
And just on flat, I'm just feel heavier.
When we came and did that session with you and Mitch and Buddha, and you, and we were doing the sled pushes.
Oh yeah.
Dead.
Fuck. Once we got to 5 up and backs, my legs. I think I gave up at 4.
Yeah. Sled Dead Redemption.
I had a 20. I think I was going to go for a 20-kilometer jog the next day. And I was like, I'm not doing a 5th. So I'm fucked. And I did a session the day before, but the gymming's been good, man.
Yeah. You know, when I run up hills now, in my head, I just go straight away to the sled pushing.
Yeah.
And it becomes so easy. As I'm running up the hill, I'm just thinking like, how you feel on that when you're doing the 5th one going backwards and your legs are just melting in jelly.
Well, you've got that perfect street.
What's the street?
Your street.
Oh, street. Yeah.
Go down to the bottom of your street and sprint up that hill. That is fucked.
Yeah.
Remember we were trying to carry those
the cars
from Up and Joke up the hill, and I was fucked. That was filming it. That was good.
Yeah. I went for a jog yesterday for the first time in a little bit.
Did you?
I chose the worst time, man. I was like, because I'd been sitting down working, like I had a massive work day yesterday. I had like 5.5 hours sitting there before I needed a break. Went for a run. It was like 38 degrees, man. I was like fucking melting. Like did 6 and a bit K, and I was like, fuck. Someone saw me running. They're like, I saw you. You're either tough as fuck or crazy. I was like, I'm just time poor. I just needed to get it out. Fuck, I'm struggling, man. Couldn't sleep last night. I felt like I had some sort of heat stroke or some shit.
You just got to wait till the evenings, but you do a lot of stuff in the evenings, don't you?
Yeah.
I go for one. I got one scheduled in the planner today, about 6 o'clock tonight. We'll go down the coast. I'm going to do a coastal one. Go past your place.
Nice.
Join if you want.
Yeah, maybe.
I'll come pick you up.
See you there.
Have you quit running a lot because of gym, bro?
No. I've been picking it up because we've got that ultra coming up.
Yep.
But the reason I started going to the gym, I fucked my ankle.
Yeah.
So I started going to the gym because I couldn't do jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And then I stopped running because of the ankle, but I've just slowly been picking it up.
Yeah. So what, you got heel hooked, eh?
Heel hooked, yeah.
In like a comp or just...
Nah.
Just fucking around?
Friendly open, Matt.
Wow. What, he put it on wrong or just you didn't tap?
It was just like normally for a heel hook, you got to control someone's whole leg.
Yeah.
And I wasn't being controlled. And he just really wrenched it as I was coming up.
Ah, fuck.
It's just one of them
is that
things,
bad etiquette or was it just unlucky?
Oh, it's... for someone that... well, I've never fucked someone's ankle.
Yeah.
Because I don't put shit... I don't throw stuff on.
Yeah.
So in that sense, it's uncalled for. But at the same time, there's also just tap if it's anywhere close kind of thing.
Yeah.
So,
because like you're supposed to... Even in like some comps, there's no heel hooks allowed, hey? So to do that...
Yeah, depending on your rules,
Yeah,
an open mat, like, there's no need for something.
Yeah. Because you really only want to run that in your drills, right? Like, not...
And maybe,
when someone's trying to jump up,
if it is a comp with money on the line or it's a final, then maybe throw a bit more torque onto it.
So what did he do? Your Achilles, like your tendon or your...
I thought it snapped because it made a loud pop. But then I went and got scans, and it was just a partial tear. They said just have them
of the ligament or the tendon.
The ligament.
Fuck, that's all right then. That's like a footy injury.
Yeah.
So was it like 8 weeks maybe?
He said moon boot for.
What the fuck?
Yeah, but I could walk in a straight line.
Yeah,
so
but moon boots for like, is that for like getting back quicker? Or is that just...
No, they reckon to
stabilise
stabilise it so it properly heals.
Yeah, right.
But because I was already walking, I was like, fuck you, moon boot. I just got a little brace from Chemist Warehouse. But it was kind of good because now it introduced me to the gym, and I've been loving going to the gym. So.
Yeah. Gym broing.
Gym bro, yeah.
The hard part with the gym, I think, is for me, especially is like boredom. Like trying to make it a challenge or trying to figure out how to do something different.
You know what it is? Every time I've seen you there, you're solo.
Yeah.
So that is kind of hard. When I go like how I invited you, I normally arrange a group of us. And when you go with friends, it's just like a party.
Yeah.
It's
it does. Yeah.
See, I do mine at the West Perth gym, and there's no one there. I do it during the day.
Yeah.
I literally, but I do it every day and just small sessions. So I do like a 20-minute session. So I just chuck on a podcast. I usually listen to you guys or Joe Rogan or someone for those 20 minutes. And then that's it. Like I'll just bang it out like that.
Yeah.
I struggle in the group situations because I want to talk and chat.
Yeah.
And talk
it ends up being 3 hours.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm too time bored. Like it was the other day when we were with you guys, and I was like, "Fuck, I need to go. Like I've got things to do."
Yeah.
And then I wanted to go to the sauna. I wanted to do all that, but I just had to leave.
That was a $120 mistake for me.
What was?
Coming to the gym because I was pumped. I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Like it's not often that you get mates that aren't working.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Yeah, let's go for coffee. Let's go to the gym." And then I got a text going, "Your American Express has been charged $60." I was like, "Fuck!" I needed to get my hair cut before the weddings and everything I had that weekend. So same time we went for coffee, I was supposed to get my hair cut, so I got charged $60. Then I rebooked it for that afternoon, so I had another $60. So it was a $120 haircut, so just for a skin fade.
You're paying $60 for a haircut.
Yeah. I'm rich, bitch. Because I get skin fade and beard line up and everything, so I'm in the chair for like an hour.
Okay.
So.
I fucking had that. I had one of those cunts the other day in front of me, like at the end of a day, clearly like could see that people were waiting. They were closing up shop, and he was complaining about his hair, so he got it fixed, and then he was like, "Actually, let's do the beard as well." And there's only one barber there, and there's 3 of us sitting there waiting, going, "Just fucking."
Did you associate Delby as a cunt?
Yes, I just one of those cunts.
No, but I book it in.
But
Mine's
booked in, and you book it in. You go during the middle of the day. This is the last fucking session. There's 3 guys. It's a walk-in place. Like, fuck off, cunt.
Well, Fade Lounge, unofficial sponsor. I'm trying to get him on board.
Get him on board.
Yeah,
because
he's too busy. He goes, "I would, man, but I'm actually too busy. I don't need more people."
Is this a dude that charged you for not going?
Yeah. Yeah. But also, speaking of Del, I'm going to do her wedding. She owns Jack of All Fades at Scarborough.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm trying to push them to.
One of our old mates that we went to school with works there. Tash.
Yeah. She's one of the manager chicks there.
I've had one proper haircut in 10 years.
Yeah.
And it was from them.
Nice. What was that for?
Before Ninja.
Nice. Like TV goods, eh?
What's that?
For TV.
Yeah. And then I regretted it straight away. I was like, fuck.
Why?
They just come out. You know, I don't know.
Because it was
Who
too
cuts your hair,
fresh?
Sarah?
It just didn't come out how I thought it was going to. You know, if you cut, because I always cut my own hair. So
do you really, like, you do it in the mirror?
do it.
I do it
not
myself.
Sarah, not Jet, not Van.
What about the back?
Oh, you
I
should
do it myself.
You should give it. Please, I'd love to see Van cut your hair.
Yeah.
That would be.
I cut Van and Jet's hair as
Do
well.
ya?
Yeah.
Nice. Is there anything you
love-
don't do, bro? Like, honestly, like,
I'm not saying I do it good though. Have you seen my kids' haircuts?
Yeah,
They're like
Van's
outrageous.
like, yeah, that makes sense.
He's built his own studio. He's filming.
Mate,
gym
the
bro,
studio's
jiu-jitsu.
sick. Oh, yeah, and you're onto the video content. Beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that. That's good. And your guests lately have been fucking
Fire.
jealousy inflicting. Fucking even the Volk. And I briefly mentioned it, I think, in the Corey White episode, how I was still had trauma that I had to say no to coming on that Monday.
Oh, yeah.
I was fucking devastated. But Volkanovski, like even Kelly Slater.
Yeah.
And then Della the other day, like fucking, and even the surfers that just did the trip through
Yeah, that was
Russia.
awesome,
Yeah,
bro.
Letty and Guy.
It's fucking
Mate,
sick.
that was so cool. So what's that? What are they about? Are they sponsored by Rusty? Because They started talking about it, but I didn't really hear the back end. So I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, Letty's a pro surfer / model because he's good looking dude. You know, you can't tell which dude's a good looking. You just look at him, you're like, he's hot.
Yeah. Just like me.
Like a Letty Slater. Like the next.
Yeah. And they just went to Russia, did this unique thing, and it was sick.
How like, that's what I wanted to figure. How did they like hear there was surf in Russia? Because from that Anton dude that was like learning, that started his own surf school. Have they seen like video of dope waves or?
I think a few people have been there over the years, but they were saying in the summer, no one had ever been in the winter, and they knew there was big swells. Yeah. So they just went there and a wing and a prayer. And
like, man, to go to Russia with filming equipment as a Westerner.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I think everyone's a spy.
Yeah. What are you doing with this?
Were they,
in the movie, they fully got stuck in customs.
Yeah, right. And were they Are they allowed to film going through customs? Surely not.
Yeah, probably not. No, there's definitely areas in the airports where you can't film.
Yeah.
It's like you walk into a bank with a camera and they're like, can you put that away?
Man, it was so weird because I had the thought the other day. I was like, I remember hearing somebody bring a drone into like Iran or Iraq. That was you,
That was
Can you tell? Because for people that haven't heard us,
I think that's the dumbest thing I reckon I've ever done. I've done a lot of dumb shit, but that's got to cap it off.
So what was the backstory for those that haven't heard?
So I went in a photo competition for Canon.
Yeah.
And then I went to Sydney for the finals or whatever, and then luckily won. And the prize was a trip for 2, all expenses paid, to Iran, Armenia and Georgia.
Yeah.
And at the time I was like, fuck, is that a booby prize? Like, second place was seriously going somewhere like South Africa through game parks and shit. I was like, what? That sounds pretty good.
Yeah. It turns out it's just a prisoner exchange program. Yeah.
And then I just got the drone not too long before, and I was really into drone photography, and I thought, I want to take it. And then I had forethought because I researched a bit, people saying you probably shouldn't take stuff into Iran or whatever.
Yeah.
So I kind of separated the propellers from it was like a little Mavic.
Yeah. Mavic Pro?
Yeah, I thought maybe I'll just like separate it all, and if they confiscate it, they confiscate it. I just thought the worst thing would happen is they just take it from me.
Yeah.
So I get to customs and then they're pulling it out and they're like, what's this? I get pulled aside into this room, and it must have been like about an hour of interrogation. They're like, well, what is this? Can you show me how it works? But they hadn't pieced together that it was a drone. They just thought I was explaining to them, it was like a gimbal.
Yeah.
And there was also a bit of language barrier. And then because it's a proper tour with Canon, we had someone on the outside waiting. And when they realised that everyone from my flight had got off except me, they walked into the airport. And then through them being able to speak the native language, they explained to the guy, look, he is an actual photographer.
Yes.
Yeah. He's not a spy.
Yeah. Wow. And you were with your mum?
Yeah, but I think, me and mum, they separated us at that point.
Oh,
at the start, she was there, and then when they thought I was a proper spy, they kind of removed her. And
how old were you at the time?
It must have been 2017 or 16, I think.
That's, that would be,
it was
I'd
legit
be shitting
scary.
myself.
Yeah, but that wasn't even the worst of it. So eventually I get out, and then as part of the photo tour, you go into all these sensitive places, like all their mosques and their political buildings and shit. And I kid you not, because I've always had a pretty good sense of like when someone's following me or something. Yeah. And I was getting tailed for like a week, and I'd go places and there's like proper dudes in Hawaiian shirts with newspapers.
Like the movies.
Like the movies, man, following me. And I was like, and then I just remember saying to mum, I was like, that's sus, hey? Like that dude, I just saw him at the last stop. And this was like a tourist. We were like an hour away from the spot before. Then I see the same guy again.
What the fuck?
And then my mum agreed. She didn't want to say anything to me, and she's like 100%.
Yeah.
So then from that point, I was like extra cautious.
Yeah.
And 100% they were following us.
It's like they've seen the movies, the American movies. What do we do for undercover? We Hawaiian. Like, was anyone else in Hawaiian shirts in the whole thing? Or
there was a few tourists because we were going to touristy spots,
Yeah.
but it stuck out.
Oh my gosh. Were they like units, or were they just sort of like glasses on?
All different. Some older people, But
so you didn't take the drone out after, or you did? Still?
Well, the first bit I was way too scared.
Yeah.
And then towards the end of the trip, we got to this like castle. And when I rocked up, I saw a drone flying and I was like, oh, it must be sweet.
Yeah.
It's just an American one.
And this place, it's freaking beautiful. It's like a rainforest. You've got to climb up all these stairs. It's incredible. And as I was walking up the stairs, I was chatting to this guy who saw I was a Westerner, and we just got chatting, and he was one of the rare Christians over there.
Yeah.
And he, we just got talking. He was a nice guy. I asked what I was doing and all that. And then when I got to the top, there's like security everywhere. And because I'd seen this other drone, I thought I'll just send mine up. So I launched it from the top of this castle.
Yeah.
Just send it up, and I'm looking at my drone screen. It's just fucking incredible.
Yeah.
And then I just hear whistles, and then all these dudes with fucking AK-47s come running up to me, pointing their guns at me. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's just a drone.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And then he's like yelling at me. And then the dude I was telling you about, the rare Christian.
The rare Christian.
He come to my aid, and he's like trying to talk to them in their language. And they like grabbed me, like really like made me land the drone, took it off me. They kind of didn't handcuff me, but had my hands behind my back and were marching me off. And I was like, fuck, not this again.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And
holy shit.
yeah.
I did not know this.
I would have loved to see the other drone shoot your drone down.
Is that what it was? Just another drone? Like,
Was it?
Well, the other drone, I found out someone had flown it from the bottom, hidden.
Yeah.
And then while they're talking to me, this was about another hour ordeal. They're they're taking my photo and all that, and they're asking who's your team leader. So the guy that was showing us around, he's this Richard Ianson, famous Canon photog ambassador. He was fucking off me because they were taking his photo, and
I should have just been like, Jesus.
Yeah.
That's my leader.
And while all this was going on, a fucking third drone's gone up.
What?
And when the third drone's gone up, half of the dudes with the guns ran after down, like trying to find who was flying this other drone.
Wow.
Yeah.
And there was one guy, they were kind of good cop, bad copping me. There's one guy that kind of liked me or whatever.
Yeah.
And he kind of just sort of looked the other way for a sec while they were detaining us. So I said to Richard, I was like, let's fucking get out of here.
Yeah.
And we like literally just started running down the stairs, like kind of a couple minutes behind the guys with the guns. And we just got to the bottom, and we're like, fucking start the car.
Oh,
we had a
my
bus,
God.
and all by this time, everyone was in the bus, and word had got out to all because there was like a tour. We were about 12 of us.
Yeah.
And my mum, they all knew. They were like, he's done it this time.
Oh, my God. How did you... Oh, fuck. You're putting Iran in Iran. Did you like... Did you have to like blend in like a movie, or was it like start the car and they
we were just
got
like,
on the bus?
I was just running for freedom. Because in my head, I was like, they were saying like, you've done this offence. This. I was like, I'm going to be in jail.
Mate,
Yeah.
So you're a vet. You're a returned vet. You've seen action in Iraq.
Yeah. And then after that trip, right, we go to Georgia. It comes out on the news. Like Iran, like as
Oh my
beautiful as
God.
it was fucking sketchy. One of the buildings we went to it must have been a week later, it got fucking blown up with a bomb where we just were.
What?
And
like
then
a terrorist?
Yeah, and then this other story comes out. This girl from the UK was put in jail for something very similar to flying a drone. She was a proper journalist and just had cameras, and she's like, they chuck them in jail and throw away the key.
And then you don't have what's it called when the countries
Diplomatic immunity or exchange?
It's called anal rape. That's what
Yeah.
it's called.
Yeah, fuck.
Well, I think
Extradition. Extradition.
I heard of a couple, a guy and a girl that I think it might have been Iran or Iraq, and they were traveling blogging,
Yeah,
and they got chucked in jail.
I think that's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
yeah.
Fuck,
That's
You're
nuts.
so lucky, man.
I know, and stupid.
Because what's the thoughts in the government, like Australian government's head? They're like, well, some fucking dumb Aussie tourist has put a fucking drone up or taking cameras. It's his own fault. Leave him there. Do you think, or do like
Prisoner exchange.
like if they're not gonna? Yeah, fuck it. Yeah,
But
I would be running as well because that's what would be going through. They're not going to fucking get me out. Nothing's going to work.
And what did Richard have to say after this?
Oh, he wanted to disown me. He
Yeah.
was so off it. Yeah, because they did get our pictures. So he was like, I don't even know if I can come back here again.
Oh no!
See, I didn't know, and far lesser extent to what you just did. But look, I my last trip to Thailand, there was a spot where you're not allowed to drone. Didn't realise.
Yeah.
And no one caught me. No one, nothing. I was just getting this fucking sick footage. private little island, there's beach there and stuff, and it was awesome. And then this guy came up to me, he's like, "You're not allowed to drone, like if that guy over there sees you doing it, you're fucked." And I was like, "Oh shit!" I brought it home
Could have
pretty
just told
quickly.
him, Gary Sparkles.
Gary Glitter. Yeah. But yeah, it was actually at that first point, I was like, fuck, I've not even considered what the laws and rules are here. We're in a fucking foreign country. Anything could happen.
Did you get the footage? You kept the
I've
footage?
still got the drone and the
Good.
footage. I sold the drone. I've still got the footage. Yeah, got some pretty good stuff.
Now, is that legal to put up? Or?
They deleted all when they had me, they deleted
wow.
all the stuff from that place.
What security risk does that pose? Is there some sort of stronghold, or is it like
they're touchy people?
Yeah. And
They've
it depends,
built-
like, is it like, because it could be a sacred spot that they don't want that happening to? I don't know.
All of the above, yeah.
Yeah.
They've actually built, when you're driving along there's fake cities where for the first week or so of the trip, I was like, why is nothing finished building? Like, it's just all half-built stuff. But then we worked out, it's so like from an aerial shot, it looks like a proper city.
Yeah.
But they're just all half-built buildings.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean,
So people don't know where the population, where
it's
all
pretty
the
smart.
ish,
Like
but
if America are flying drones over
yeah.
and looking to bomb your family,
Yeah.
you at least give them a few decoys.
Yeah, you should see the sides of buildings.
Isn't
There's
that
pictures-
incredible that countries have to do that to, because America goes in and does it, and they're the good guys.
What are you saying? The sides of building have got
Like fuck USA, massive things like pictures of USA with bombs.
Yeah,
and like, when you're
wow.
just talking in the streets to people, they ask you where you're from, and as soon as you are not American, they're friendly.
Wow.
But if you're like, I wouldn't want to say.
It's so funny. Like, you look at even like Osama bin Laden and that all the terrorist bombings and whatnot, and they were saying he's doing it because he hates our freedom. And it was like, if you just fucking listened to what he said, he was saying fucking, not that he's in the right and he's a fucking arsehole still, but he was saying stop coming into our country, killing our fucking civilians, taking out our fucking leaders and putting in your own US-leaning dictators. He said that, and they were like, no, he just hates our freedom.
Yeah.
Like, they're doing it now with Putin. Like, again, Putin, fucking shitty situation, fucking cunt for doing what he's doing, but he's laying out why they're doing it, and then they're saying, no, he just wants to rebuild the Soviet Union.
Right.
No.
America are the bad guys.
America are the bad guys.
Honestly, they are the bad guys.
And I think Cam McLaren said it. He's like, which bad guy would you rather be friends with, though? America or Russia or China?
Yeah.
Like, you got to pick a side.
Whoever's got the hottest chicks.
Have you seen
I go Russia.
the shit in Saudi Arabia? Have you seen the Line project where
No.
they're building?
Oh, yeah, the 15-minute city thing.
No.
It's
similar.
similar. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 170 kilometers long, basically a line,
connected.
500 meters high, like
Yeah.
picture half a kilometer high,
Yeah.
mirrored sides, and it's this underground train thing. They reckon by 2030.
It'll be pretty cool. It's a cool idea for a tourist attraction.
It's got to be a site,
So,
like,
Oh,
man.
there will be...
A 4-meter studio takes like 4 months to build. They're going 500 meters. Like,
That'll be Minority Report shit. Like you see, like everything floating around and fucking zooming around. That's what it'll.
Because what's length? I think it's a couple of kilometers wide, but like
170 kilometers.
Not wide, like long though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the width was like it's going to be traversable. Like
Yeah, they
15
want no
minutes, so-
cars basically.
Yeah. So you can get everywhere on that one rail system
Yeah.
that goes bang, bang, bang. Yeah.
But they're kind of like doing it on the back of renewable.
Yeah.
So they're having like vertical farms and shit.
Yeah.
They're trying to get away from the fact that they're the number one oil supplier of the world. They're like, we'll do this.
And no cars, so it doesn't matter if the women can't drive.
Is that also smart? Like they've recognised that fucking fossil fuels are being forced out and they're being taxed. And blah.
Man, they brought in a bunch of people like the robotics guy. They brought in someone from Apple, this British architect at the start on this board. And then as the project's going along, because this 170 kilometre line, it just runs through like little...
Desert, hey?
Yeah, but there's little pockets of people.
Yeah.
And they fucking like... This one pocket, people were protesting, like, we don't want to move, this is where we live, and they just fucking killed them. 3 of them. Put them in jail and then killed them.
Wow.
Because they were in the way of this thing. So then this British
This feels like
They didn't
Avatar.
They didn't even
when
have
they
a
go in
dr-
and just
yeah.
kill all the fucking local population because you have our minerals that we
Yeah.
want.
Yeah. So then a lot of people on the board for this project, they're kind of stepping back saying, "What? Yo.
Genocide. That's not really our thing.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Actually, it sounds a bit like Australia's start.
Yeah.
Just come in and
Yeah.
say, fuck off.
They didn't even have
We're here.
drones and they got fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like the concept of it. I think Squirrely showed me it and he was like, fuck that. I can't remember what his thing was, but he was not a fan of it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either.
I like
for its what it can be turned into. For its almost like a fucking prison.
Yeah, potentially, if you look at it that way, if you want to control your citizens and they can't get out of these two big ass walls.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to know if it's possible.
Yeah.
So they're saying like they want to have an impact, like, you know, how the pyramids of Egypt or whatever, they want to be put on the map.
Yeah.
But like, can you build something that big?
The pyramids of Egypt apparently were like a mirror. Like
On
they were
top so
So
that
it
was
covered
like
in gold, or no?
limestone, but the limestone was so, it reflected the sun so heavily, it was like a shining light.
Yeah.
And then the top was quartz or something like
which
that.
cunt's built that?
That's, mate, I'm convinced that's either
It could be the giants.
ancient civilization, like with lost technology before I'm going down the Rogan path, the Younger Dryas sort of thing, but or aliens.
Yeah.
That's it.
Or it could be the
Wasn't Egyptians. I'm done. That's it.
the giant people. Because even in the hieroglyphs,
giant people.
aren't they held tall as well? They're really big giant.
Yeah, but that's
Well, they
but
just
so are
didn't
the
know.
Nephilim.
That's what I mean.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because they were like, there's these big ass doors, like, and humans are. Why do
There's
you
a
need
s-
such a big ass door?
I was reading
For
it,
your spaceship.
Actually, random that you've talked about the pyramids. I was reading last night. There's a one crevice or like a cavern in the middle that's never been opened, and they don't know what's inside it.
My crevice has never been.
Or nearly did at the airport in Iran.
There's a big chasm in there that's it's built, and I guess they're assuming it's booby trapped and whatnot. I fucking wouldn't be.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be going in and having a look.
Has all them Tomb Raiders back in the day, they were finding that shit, and they've got artifacts that are around the world because people, once they get them, they're like,
That was
Keep 'em up.
So I was reading actually. There's these what are these like shoots that they have coming out of the thing of their like there was something to do with the sand propulsion. So the way they were building it was actually a way to force the sand out. I need to I'll share that video.
Could
with
be
you.
air conditioning.
But it was like that sand created a friction, would just end up turning it into like almost a conductor.
Man, fuck. I
So-
don't know. I heard that old mate Nikola Tesla has something to do with it as well.
Nikola Tesla.
Like his
with what? The
with
pyramids?
So Nikola Tesla-
his ideas of creating some form of machine that works off what's the word?
That cunt's fucking stitched up hard.
Yeah, he got stitched up real bad.
Like he discovered X-rays like 6 years before the discoverer did it.
He also found free energy
free energy, yeah.
and a way to draw from our atmosphere, the electric field.
Can't have free energy.
Can't have free energy. Yeah.
That's interesting. I'd love to know. And then his science and his papers got stolen, hey? I think they got passed on to his kid, and then they got taken away.
yeah.
That's crazy.
He's figured out some sort of resonancy
Yes.
as well, which can blow things up.
He started building that tower thing, and then they demolished it.
Really?
Yeah, he was building this crazy thing.
Yeah. So but didn't it work on the same sort of idea of Wi-Fi? That
Kind
you
of,
can
yeah,
basically tap into it. You just you tap
For-
into
for-
the resonant frequency that they whatever he puts out, and then that's it. It's free energy.
Yeah.
It's the same way as Wi-Fi. I think I'm very broadly covering over, but that's the concept of it.
Yeah.
It's like a tap-in Wi-Fi that's energy, that's power.
But if them Saudi dudes do build this line thing, 500 meters high mirror.
I'd go. That'd
Yeah,
look
but
sick.
like, picture 100 years, people will be looking at like, surely aliens built that.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It could be one of them things where,
Yeah.
so maybe humans
Oh,
did
if-
build the pyramids and they were just new shit we didn't know.
If we're
Yeah.
here in 100 years,
Yeah.
fucking,
No shit.
we might not be here in a year with the way it's fucking
Yeah.
going at the
Well,
moment.
I've
It's
always
fucking
thought
crazy.
that I think that the concept is right, where we did have an advanced civilization, probably to more than what we have now, and it got wiped out, and the pyramids could possibly be a relic of that.
Yeah.
Because the only thing that
I
lasts,
think.
anything metal or will corrode, anything that's like needed to conduct electricity probably corrode eventually.
And even if like there was technology and the way we look at technology now with mechanisms and fucking mechanical and motors, even if there was that prior, like if there's a cataclysm like what they're suggesting with the Younger Dryas,
good word.
That's gone. That's gone.
Yeah,
that's gone. Like, that's fucking 3 kilometers under the fucking surface. It's not going to be there anymore.
Yeah,
that's silt and shit. So I wouldn't be surprised. But then you could look at those sorts of ancient civilizations, and if they had technology that wasn't like us.
Could be something completely different. Maybe they were so advanced that they figured out how to make it from natural resources.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like potentially, just because we're thinking on the way of like how we would do it. That's why, like when we look at the pyramids and we still don't know how, because we're looking at like how we would do it with our technological advances. But maybe what if their technology was fucking sound?
What if God was actually like just kicking it back in the day and was doing it for him?
Yeah.
And then he's actually got rid of us. He's like, I'm done with you guys.
So with all the aliens and UFOs in the news lately, what do you think of that? Have you seen all that stuff?
A little bit. What, with the balloons and shit?
Balloons.
Yeah.
And then a couple of like things that have been shot down that they still don't know what they are. And I think it's all
big distraction.
Big distraction.
Yeah.
So 2 different styles of distractions, my opinion. So one, first of all, distracting you from fucking what's going on, like
Ukraine, Russia.
We're literally nearly at nuclear war.
Yeah.
And then the Ohio fucking chemical spill is just destroying the Biden government at the moment. So just distract you in whatever way possible. But there's also like, maybe they're just trying to ease it in.
I just think
maybe it is Project Bluebeam.
Yeah.
I think it's insane that the government or whoever controls the narrative have said the lab leak for COVID is a conspiracy. Now it's true. Before, when they don't want you to think about UFOs, you guys are all conspiracy theorists talking about UFOs. Now the people that talk about UFOs are the government, and the conspiracy theorists are saying, no, it's not UFOs.
Yeah.
It's something else.
That's fucking nuts.
So the roles are reversed.
Yeah, because it's like the White House has been giving briefings on this, saying at this stage you don't know who it is. We don't think it's. We've got no evidence to suggest it's extraterrestrial.
It's probably Whitey and his new drones.
For the White House to address it and say we're not convinced it's extraterrestrials at this stage, that means it's in the conversation. But then I feel like if they're saying that, they're saying that on purpose.
Do you reckon though the shit that is happening that they don't even know about within their, like they have obviously their different. Did you hear Weinstein on Rogan?
No, what did he do?
Ish. I listened to a bit of that episode.
It just seems like so much information's compartmentalized.
Yeah.
And
good word.
You just don't know. You just don't know who knows what.
Yeah. So you mean within levels of government?
Yeah.
Maybe.
So they could be saying what honest. They're going off honest information. They just don't know. So because someone's flying that Tic Tac thing.
Yeah. The Tic Tac.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? Like we know that's not us.
Where's the new Tic
Tac? No, it is us.
What's the Tic Tac? Where's this? Well, I haven't seen this Tic Tac.
Which one? The one that goes like from...
Yeah. You'd know about it. The Commander Fravor.
Oh, yeah. The guy in the Navy or whatever.
So people look at that footage and they're like, it doesn't look like much. Like, I don't give a fuck. But you got to remember that fucking air jet fighter is flying at, like, whatever, 1,600 fucking kilometers an hour and tracing something, traveling at like fucking 30,000 kilometers an hour and dropping its... What do they call it? Fucking height, altitude and elevation, like by thousands of fucking feet in seconds. Like we don't have anything that
was
can do
this
that.
Eyes on that though, or was this on the radar?
This is a jet fighter.
Eyes and radar, both.
Eyes and
both because they confirmed.
But the
and
thing
it went
that's
underwater.
Crazy, is that it was showing up to their points where they were scheduled to go. So that's what makes me think that it's their own people fucking with them.
Yeah.
So you think like on the Bobblers are reverse engineering?
No, I'm thinking like a little division of American military
has got more advanced than the jet fighters.
But how have they got that advanced technology?
Yeah, exactly. Through that
reversing.
Yeah,
because that's incredible. That like you have Bob Lazar's basically almost he's been vindicated in everything he said. Like at the start, Area 51, they're like, no such thing. Yes, there is. Like all these things have just fucking come up. The only issue that people have said is like sometimes he comes across like he's hiding stuff or he's lying. That's his personality. Like, you can't help how he appears.
Yeah.
If everything he said has happened, you can only judge him by the facts that he's talked about.
The fact that he's getting FBI raids and shit shows that he's... You don't raid someone that's not telling the truth about it.
But also, like, if Hillary Clinton's just killing everyone that's outing her, surely Bubblazar should be dead.
So he did it to protect himself because he became such a public figure. So he was on the front foot. That was his whole argument. He's
but
like,
JFK was a public figure.
Yeah, true, but he didn't.
Shot him in the head.
I don't think he was trying to worry about aliens. I think he's trying to stop the Goldback thing.
That is kind of true why he hasn't been disappeared.
Yeah. That's what I always think about.
That was his, that's what he said when he first came out. They said, why are you doing this? If you could get killed.
He's got a kill switch,
Yeah, and he said, I've got...
What?
He's got his information in different spots and stuff. And
so in the event that he, like...
And there's someone...
Dies of he's in the restaurant. They're like, he's choking.
There's things in place for him.
Really?
And then I think that's the same with someone with Ghislaine Maxwell.
Oh yeah.
I think there's something in place there.
I love how conspiracy you guys are.
Yeah, but there's something. There's a kill switch with that. But that one's a real.
I haven't heard this. This is Branch Dogs.
No. And this one's not even conspiracy. This was like a statement from someone who's been. I don't want to do it an
conspiracy
injustice.
light.
Yeah, I don't want to do conspiracy light. But there's someone within that. I don't know if it's Ghislaine Maxwell or someone who was assaulted by.
She goes way deeper than you probably even realise with her dad and Mossad.
Yeah,
that was touched on in the Weinstein episode. All that shit.
So all of that stuff, we're going all over the place, aliens. But there's someone who is afraid of dying, and I think it's a witness from memory, who has something in place just in case, and the case is still ongoing. So it's something to do with that. I don't want to brush on it too heavily, but those kill switches are fucking. They're pretty handy to have. If you're going to be talking shit, and that was what he said in his first interview. I'm coming out now, becoming a public figure. So if I die, you know what I'm saying is true.
Yeah.
So he used that as his protection.
Think about the dudes that are like embroiled in all that, like Prince Andrew.
Yeah.
Even
everyone.
It's like you wonder how in today's day and age people can cover. But
you look at what's happened there, and you not understand how it's happened, but you can see what's happened with Prince Andrew. They've got like an underage girl that would have been like 16, 15 or whatever, that probably didn't even look that young, probably looked like a young girl, like an 18-year-old. They've filmed him. But you know what I'm saying?
That's what they
would have
compromise him.
They would have filmed him having sex, like set him up with this girl and then go, no, she was fucking 16. We've got you, cunt. Here you go. You have to now go to the Crown and tell him.
I reckon he knew what he was doing.
You reckon?
He flew to an island.
But do you reckon he knew they were kids?
I don't reckon he gave a fuck. Pardon.
But I would agree as well. But I think that's how
I think they would have thought they were 18. It's like, man, I got all this money. We've brought all these girls over.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't be going, oh, these guys aren't trying to fucking get me to fuck a kid.
And we know that they filmed kids we'll film kids. Filmed like wealthy industrial billionaires and stuff.
I get your point. Maybe your first trip there, but if you're Clinton and you go 12 times, you can't still run on the 12th trip like, I didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, it depends when they expose it. After the first one, if you're like, oh, that was some good pussy, I'm going back.
That's true. You look at a Clinton.
When do you get exposed? When do you get told?
Because do you go like, because he's clearly compromised, and then that's the thing, and that's what they would do with Prince Andrew. They'd be like, all right, now you go to the Crown and say, we're fucking exposing this shit, unless they influence the UK government's policy to make this happen and this happen for us to make us more wealthy. That's how it works. It's fucking simple when you break it down like that. It's fucking disgusting and disgraceful, but it's happening, and it happens consistently.
Yeah. His interview is all time. Where one of his excuses was...
Which one? Or Prince Andrew?
Yeah.
The sweating?
When he's like, it's physically impossible for me to sweat.
As he's sweating in the chair.
His head shining.
It couldn't possibly have been me. I don't have the ability to sweat. Yeah. So fucked.
Royal families, man. That, we're talking about Saudi Arabia. That's pretty crazy. Like 3 of the princes there that spoke out, 3 got murdered and one's had to or disappeared. So they don't even know where they are.
And they just don't even give a fuck.
What they spoke out about.
They just kill them.
Yeah.
The line?
They're like, yeah.
Oh, no, this is just about,
what was going on.
And then there was this big thing. A journalist, Jamal, someone, whatever.
Oh, yeah. He got fucked over. Real bad. That's mainstream news, hey? That's going out everywhere.
Are you talking about the guy in in the
He went
embassy.
into into the embassy,
Came
walks
out
in.
in pieces, eh?
And there's
And then-
and there's audio of it happening. Have you seen that?
The funniest thing
heard
was their first excuse was like, a fight broke out and he was accidentally killed. And then turns out it was 18 young dudes, young military, physically fit dudes against one old journalist.
Yeah.
They're
what
like,
did they? Didn't they?
They cut him up.
They cut him up. They dismembered him and they put him into pieces and
in a
stuff.
carpet roll or some shit.
And they did it slowly.
Yeah. And the reason it all came out was because his girlfriend was waiting out the front for him to come out, and he just never came out.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
god!
then they did
She's
the old
lucky that
yeah.
she didn't join him.
They did the old we'll dress someone else in his clothes trick with a fake beard.
Yeah.
Walked out the back door. They're like, look, he left.
Yeah.
Or it was probably just his head and nothing else.
No, they dressed someone up. It's
Fucking
fucked.
hell.
Yeah. It's
But it's just that line, hey, where conspiracies you get laughed at for that's a stupid conspiracy,
Yeah.
but then that shit is actually happening.
But that's everyone and you look at Prince Andrew, for example. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows Bill Clinton, but nothing happens. Teflon.
yeah,
Nothing sticks.
Yeah.
Like, and fucking, I love how Izzy is saying it a lot in the UFC. Like,
Where's the list?
where's the list? There's
Yeah.
fucking 27 people. I think they're also on that list that she, trafficked to.
It's so insane.
How are we not seeing that list?
It's so insane.
Yeah.
She's in jail for trafficking
to no one.
no one. Like, that is the most insane thing ever.
I shouldn't laugh.
It just means that you know that whoever's in charge of justice is compromised as well.
It's
Whoever's in
runs
charge.
deep. That makes me buy into the fucking, and I don't know whether he's just playing on that. The Trump is like plays on that. He wants to drain the swamp, get rid of all of that shit.
yeah.
You could see it happening, and so now I'm like, I was a Trump man, and I still am. I fucking love Trump, but at the same, I understand there's fucking massive bad qualities to Trump as well. So I see that side of thing, but part of me just goes, yeah, fuck. This isn't a conspiracy. He recognized there was corruption, there was some bad shit going on, and he tried to do what he could.
Yeah.
Because he used the system. I love how he just says it. He's like, yeah, of course it's corrupt. Yeah. I used it.
And all of Hillary's friends, they've all, and he names them.
Grab him by the
They've all
pussy.
done, yeah.
All-time quote, surely.
Yeah, grab him by the pussy. But
How did he come back from that?
did you see what he said? He's
Locker room
It was
talk.
locker room talk. I'm not proud of it, but it's what we did. Like, he just owned it. He didn't do what every other politician does and go, nah, it's let's not. Like, that's
Deep
fake.
fake.
Yeah.
I
was talking about
it's
cats.
a Russia hoax, and that's what that would have you normally said. But
What else has been going on other than all our conspiracies? So we haven't had you back on just by yourself since the very first one.
last time you were on,
Was
Chris White.
Snow Angels.
Disregard anything Chris White says on these episodes.
Made the intro, eh?
Yeah, that's going to be there forever.
Yeah, fake news.
Yeah.
How's Tension 11 coming along?
Oh, slowly, hey.
Yeah.
Getting the muck around footage, but just
Yeah.
been limited surf options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Is that
still.
because you want new stuff or big
Yeah.
stuff, or
Yeah.
is Russia on the cards? Or
Because, man, at Up and Joke, when we put that 5 to 7 minute little clip there, fuck, people got toey.
Yeah.
Like, it really. And is that the reason you end up going, fuck it, I'm doing 10
100%.
yeah,
Yeah.
People were frothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it went off. It just set that whole night up so well.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's just, I guess, with Tension 1 to 10, I knew what I was like. I'd make a movie and then people would buy DVDs. So I had a way to sell DVDs. So there was an end point. Whereas today, like, I've got no idea once I make this, what do I do with it?
I have an idea.
Could you
Tell me your idea.
Yeah. So we're gonna probably sign up to
Prime?
this thing called Primo.
Primo.
So my friend Ree is organising it. Well, she's one of the reps for it. Basically, you can sell content almost like a streaming service. So if you put Tension 11 on it, you could sell Tension 11 through that direct, and the money people buy.
Doesn't everyone do that? Isn't that like YouTube Premium or?
Yeah. Yeah.
YouTube Premium, isn't that where you just get no ads?
No, but you get other.
Or can you upload something for people to...
Oh, YouTuber, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done, monetized. Yeah.
Do you know what occurred to me on the way here?
What?
I bought a $5 drink. that is all my YouTube money. Gone.
How's it? Is that monetization started to kick in?
Yeah, one Bundy rum.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's so good.
Yeah.
I love
Is that from
because
adverts?
you were in jest. We were jesting like a couple of weeks ago we were in that message. Oh, I can't wait to make my 30 cents. Like,
Oh, it's true.
but it's true. Right?
That's sick.
Unless you're getting millions of downloads every day and stuff like that, you're not making.
I don't actually really know how it works. Like, I just become a partner, click through, like, what type of ads you want. I didn't even research it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I guess it's one of them things you just hope if it just grows, it's
Yeah.
just a little bit of extra money. But
What
Yeah.
you could do is we can clip up that story about the Mav drone and you have a link. If you want to buy the Mav drone or whatever it was, and they can click on, this gets through customs at Iran. Like,
Have you thought about pitching it to Stan streaming services? Netflix?
that would be that would be so good.
Yeah.
Stan?
But I don't know.
that would be a one-time payment. Yeah. You wouldn't
Yeah.
get,
Well, man, I've been chatting to a few different people like Kirby Brown and that they did their Facing Monsters.
Yeah.
Yep.
Best movie, high budget, super quality.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, they reckon when it comes to getting a Netflix deal or whatever, like, you don't really get much money.
Yeah.
Because they base it off how it goes in the cinemas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or,
And if it
I don't know.
doesn't,
There's different platforms. I guess
Yeah.
everyone gets different deals or
I
whatever.
think
but-
just click direct would be the way to go for sure. Like, that would be a pretty big download, I guess. But
Yeah, people have to go out of their way. People are lazy.
they will.
People are
For,
lazy.
for your following, you got a hell diehard legion.
yeah.
They definitely will.
Yeah.
But
So-
yeah, I guess the main goal of it is to finish it, have something I'm happy with, and then do premieres because that's
Yeah.
when
Yeah,
like you
that's
saw
hell
it up
fun.
in Joke 2, how fun it is and
Yeah.
brings the room together. And
So
that-
would you need to block out like a tour as well? Go around.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, sick.
Travel around with it.
That'd
Yeah,
And
be
then what?
awesome.
Just put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get, and then you can
Vlogging.
monetize. You can get a few
Then you're a
bundies.
vlogger.
Might get 10, like a whole carton of them.
Yeah.
We're so close. I should check now. I think we're almost. I think we've done the hours. So
Yep.
we just need the subscribers. So fucking listeners, right now, pause this. Actually, don't pause. Do it as you're listening because you
Yeah.
can do both. Fucking go to YouTube and all you have to do is press subscribe. It doesn't cost any money, and then we can start making money.
or please go and subscribe.
No, fucking do it, cunts. Just do it. No, it's hard. Do you know why it's hard? Because when we share it on Instagram or when we share it on Facebook, they can click the link and they'll go to it, but then it takes them within that app. So then they are not signed into their YouTube account if they have one or
Yeah, it's a
Google
bit of a
account.
fuck around.
So then they can't just click subscribe
Yeah, you
by
gotta
that.
click sign
They have to
in.
go back into the YouTube app, and then it's not an easy process.
And
So-
sometimes if you're on the wrong thing, we look so dumb at the end going, sign here.
Oh,
And there's nothing there.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, if you
join
go
here.
if you're just watching straight through the Instagram app, it won't take you and show you all those link-ins and stuff.
Yeah.
Hats off to you, man, doing this pod for so long, all the video content. Like, I've only done a few full-length videos of our podcast, and fuck, it's time-consuming.
Yeah.
French
Well,
spinels.
at the start, and then I only did 2 or 3 of the full episodes, and I was like, I'm not doing this. And then Tex fucking volunteered. He was like, I'll do a whole episode. I don't care.
Yeah.
I was like, you fucking sure, bro? Like, that's a lot of work. Like, we're
Leg
not
3 of the road trip.
and then he was doing that, and then when he couldn't do it, then Delby eventually made a nice investment in the
A10.
ATEM, and now we're sort of set.
Yeah,
Now it's
switch up.
easy. Now it's easy.
Yeah.
It's streamlined.
But
right
man,
now
the
process,
shit, it all fucking adds up.
the process you're going through right now, I look at and I'm like, I hated that.
Building the studio.
No.
No.
Oh, it's doing the
yeah,
yeah.
building the studio is fun, man. I love that. I love
He's built it from scratch, bro. We've just decorated.
you did the pad, you did
Yeah,
the fucking yeah. But I loved doing the decorating and stuff. Or you're loving the decorating side of things.
No, what's getting me down is just like the cost of everything. Like,
Oh yeah.
because the podcast, they're a passion project.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like I said this on our pod, the Grin Reapers.
yeah.
If it wasn't for, we have patrons, OnlyFans, you've got patrons.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for them, it's not even like, if I add up all the patron money, it pays for like one microphone arm and one mic. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's the thought that people are happy to chip in
Yes.
to support you. Just
Yeah.
knowing that you've got people that are on your side. That
Yeah.
kind of is enough motivation.
It's fucking wicked,
We're
man.
trying to give Patreons a bit of benefit as well, like really make it better for them. But
And there will be some deals this week for Perth Patreons.
Yeah.
And we're going to do a raunchy launch since it's March now as well. So we'll give away a carton of piss to the top level Patreons.
Yeah. So we're doing those little things
Yeah.
and then extra episodes. I think we did 2 extra episodes last month that you normally wouldn't get. So we're trying to do that shit.
I think at the end of the day, the patrons, they're throwing money in to support you. It's not so much that they want something extra. It's just what you're giving them already.
100%.
Well, that's what I'm thinking anyway. Maybe.
No, that's just generally what it is. But I reckon if you want to go to that next level, like you look at fucking who's the one that Wolfie was on their Patreon?
Tim Dillon
and
Shane Gillis.
Shane Gillis is on their Patreon episode. Like they put out fucking a lot of really explosive content on their Patreon. So it's sort of worth that $5. But he's got 100,000 people paying $5.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to jump on board, tell your friends.
Mate,
all we need, just share the podcast.
If we could get 1,000 people on Patreon and they're only paying $2, that's money. Like that's good. But if you're paying $5, fuck that.
I'm
quit my job.
Every month I get the little email because I'm Buddha's, I'm his patron.
Yeah.
So I see the little $4 comes out every month and I kind of smile. I look at it every time I see it. It's like, go get a coffee on me. Yeah. That's all our YouTube money for the month.
What does Buddha do for Patreon?
Both of us, we don't do too much, to be honest.
No, I mean, as in, do you have your own Patreon?
We've got one each, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not. And is it a Grin Reapers one? Or is it just you got your own one each?
I've just got a Chris White one. He's got a Brian Shields one.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Delby, you should definitely get one and do your OnlyFans.
Yeah.
You don't want an OnlyFans?
No, you should.
Just from Sunday Singles.
You fucking should. You would make a boatload, I reckon.
Yeah, I mean...
The Chicken King.
The Chicken King. The Dickin' King.
Imagine it's just you talking like the Chicken King.
Yeah, fuck no. No one walks of tribe. But what was I going to say? I'm big on trying to provide value because I know when I subscribe to something, if I don't get the value, I'll leave.
Yeah.
But, if it's a $5 Patreon, I think they're the guys that are like, I'm going to chip in. But because we've got a few different levels, we've tried to make it like, here, we're going to give you this for this amount.
Yeah.
And I'm big on, even if I went to Bali, just record a Patreon app on my phone and then chuck it up because it's an hour episode. It's still fun.
Yeah.
And it's something different and it's almost more personal than on here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been doing them on in the car, driving down to Albany, and fucking I did one, and Delby did one with Squirrely, I think, driving down to a gig.
We're doing a gig with Squirrel Dogs. It was so funny. That's come back. Do you know what handicapping in a horse race means?
No.
If it's handicapping. So if your horse is better, they give it more weight.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
isn't there a term for it? Ballast or something? No. Or is that on a boat?
Yeah, that's a boat.
It's
called handicapping. I don't know when they chuck the weights on what it means because it's either with the jockey and weights have to come up to a certain amount. So Squirrely explained it really well on the Patreon, and I was talking to my friend and she goes, I didn't know what handicapping meant until Squirrely. She works at the races for 3 years.
Yeah.
She's like, I never knew what handicapping meant. I'm like, what did you think it meant? Did you think just the horses were retarded? Like handicapped horses? She goes, no, I thought the jockeys were.
Oh my God.
She thought it was just special needs jockeys on horses doing handicap races. And I go, why would you think that? She goes, because there's a 60-year-old jockey that comes in with a limp, and I thought he was a handicapped jockey. And she messaged me the other day, and she goes, my other friend's been working here, and her uncle's in the racing industry, and she doesn't know what it means either. They all thought it meant jockeys with special needs.
And what is it?
It's when you weight a horse based on its ability.
All the jockeys, though, they kind of look like midgets. So I can see her where she's coming from.
So handicapping's like Stalwart Gift, hey? Except instead of weight, in Stalwart Gift, they start further behind.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I love the Stalwart Gift.
So if you want to hear about handicapping, what it means, the one with me and Squirrely, it's way earlier on from last year. He explains it really well.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Where would you, in a Stillwell Gift, where would you rather be standing? Like at the front?
Yeah.
100%.
Or would you rather be the cunt with all the speed being so fast at the back, but you got to make up a shitload of ground?
I mean, for the ego, the back, but for the money, the front. Because it's a $100,000 race, isn't
front
it?
never wins.
That's because they're the slowest.
Yeah, exactly. So I would like to be like in that middle, like the yellow or green or whatever it is, like that sort of middle. So you're fucking still pretty fast, and you can handle it with these big wigs. But
it just comes down to fucking how quick you are, man. Like,
yeah, well, it does, but it doesn't because you like the front is starting like 11 meters in front of the back.
Yeah, but there's that.
Over 100 meters, 100.
How do you even make the stall gift if you're 11 meters slower than the fastest guy?
Yeah, but the fastest guy might be fucking Usain Bolt, and he's an elite. Like,
yeah, but how are you in that if you're 11 meters slower? Wouldn't you just go, oh, fuck,
you have to you have to qualify.
Yeah,
it's
right.
like a slowly thing. So you base. I think I can't remember exactly because I tried to do it when I was younger, like a gift. I think it was like a Wanneroo gift or something like that, and you had to give three. Set times, and it was an average of these three or your three fastest times by a state level fucking league or something like that to do it. And then they put you in a race, and then it's like a knockout competition.
Yeah.
And then they base you on that from the start, and it's slowly. So it's not you don't just qualify for the stall gift. There's races leading into it too.
But if I've got the 11 meter head start, right, you're not getting any fucking faster, are you?
I definitely would like to do the 400 one. Because that one, you got a bit more time to. If you fuck up in the store, if your start is just off, you're gone. You're done. Doesn't matter if you're the fastest one by a long way.
You'll do your hammy though.
Not anymore, bruh. Gym bro. I'm doing my fucking deadlifts, single leg.
You're
Bulgarians.
so strong, you just broke the mic.
Yeah, single leg Bulgarians. They're the fucking. I'm loving them.
Love a Bulgarian, eh? Love a RDL too.
Oh man, I hate both of those exercises.
Well,
the burn is so bad.
Yeah, but they've become so. My back pain is gone.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mine's gone the other way. Sitting on these chairs are really nice, by the way. Yeah. But at home,
ergonomic, I think.
My office, as soon as I'm on the computer for longer than 4 hours, my back's like I stand up and I'm still in the chair position, so I walk over on an angle.
I think it's just also recognizing. So my back's good because I've been doing the weights and the leg weights and the core strength, but I've also recognized stuff like that and gone, right, I've been in the chair for an hour and a half editing this video, go stand up, go for a walk with the dog. Yeah. And like changing those things, because if you could easily get stuck. Look, when you're hungover and you lie in bed all day and then you wake up and your back's fucked, you know, like you got to understand that you need movement a little bit.
Some dudes sit on fit balls, hey? Instead of chairs.
Yeah.
I was thinking of trying that.
Well, they do that and they sort of rock a little bit.
I think just so you're
engaging
stabilizers.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like every fit ball I bought, I've never been able to pump it up properly.
Oh,
you can't get it to the right bit.
I remember, what movie was it? When I did Grow Up with Stoney, I had this idea to get a gym ball, and I bought a compressor to blow it up in a public place until it popped.
Yeah.
And man, they go so fucking big. We went to like the food hall in the city and just sat in the corner, started pumping it up. And it got so big, it was pushing tables and chairs away. It just got to this size and it just wouldn't pop and it wouldn't get any bigger. It kind of just maxed out the...
Stayed there.
And so it started leaking maybe out of the...
It just kind of sat at this same size. But I remember I thought I need to buy a really good compressor that just won't quit.
Yeah. Have you still got footage of that?
Nah,
was it unusable?
Yeah, I don't think we ever used it because it didn't pop.
Yeah.
But I think if we got a good enough compressor, it could like...
Is that something you'll do with Tension 11? Like dig up old footage you never released and put that through there?
Kinda, and I've just had so many ideas over the years that I never got to film, so I'm just slowly ticking them off.
Yeah, sick.
I loved that, and I won't give it away, but that idea that you come up with when we're down by the
spray painting the car. I've just edited that. I was going to put it up as like a little promo teaser for T11.
It's so hard sitting on stuff. We've got stuff from Up and Joke we haven't used, so we're going to start using last year's stuff as premiere, and that'll be good for content hopefully as well.
We didn't do an Up and Joke wrap up really, did we?
No.
Because we were going to take it over east, and then we just never did. And
we were supposed to do an Up and Joke rack up, but now we're just doing.
We're doing the second one, hey?
Yeah, but it's going to be like more like a college frat vibe.
Yep.
I think we're going to discuss after this, but we can
this
start some pre-planning.
Yeah.
So the plan at the moment,
Floggins is coming back.
Oh, of course he is.
Floggins is far more confident with his physique to me. But mate, I swear, I don't want to give too much away, but Buddha is going to get me arrested 100%.
How?
No, I can, like, his ideas
Floggins
and shit.
is running through a primary school.
Mate, mate, I know he wants that shot. I know he wants that scene.
Man, you can't.
He will want
You
that.
haven't even told me the scene.
Like, well, it's, yeah.
Yeah, reveal it. It doesn't matter. Give
That's
something to people look forward to.
No, just be running naked, but he's trying to put me in situations where I'm 100% like running through the city and stuff where I'm going to get arrested.
Yeah, definitely keep away from schools.
What if we put it in the
I
name
won't be running through a school.
in the name of a protest? So you're
Yeah,
nude,
yeah,
but
yeah.
you have a little sign saying clean energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just identify as a transgender and I'll get away with it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But
There's loopholes to shit, eh?
there's
Yeah.
so many loopholes.
Well, Heidi Anderson, who we were going to get on in a bit, she did her walk through the shops with just bras and knickers on with a bunch of chicks.
Yeah, right.
But they went to the shop and they were like, "Can we do this?"
Oh, they
and
did
they were like, "Yeah."
appropriately.
So you could literally ask the shopping centre, we want to do this, and you just fucking just change the last part where you got your sausage out instead of.
Let's just
Tucked
ask
in.
Varsity. He bits.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll be at Varsity at Inaloo. Have you been there yet?
Nah.
Oh, so you're going to go after this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like Buddha's going to stand us up.
You reckon?
Yeah, for sure.
He fucking.
Oh, I'm starving, so I want to eat
Yeah,
anyway.
we'll go there.
But
Anyway. We can assess and have a look and have a chat.
I think it'll be a different vibe than the theatre show, just because of the setup. But it's sick. It's got a big screen, so we could be off to each side. When the stand-up's on, you can change the screen to the person's name and Reapers Hard Yarns with the Up and Joke logo, and then have whatever video content we come up with. And we don't have to go as nuts as we did last time. We could actually do some skits. We could do some smaller character arcs. You can do some Easter egg stuff that will lead to Attention 11. We can do some Easter eggs, have Chicken King in the background of you working out or whatever it is. So,
It's going to be fun.
yeah. And it'll be like more interactive, I'm thinking, this time, because it's less a big theatre spectacular. We make it more like a warehouse college vibe.
Yeah.
And we can have some on-game, like sculling comps on the stage. You know, a beer pong, like get it in first.
Drink responsibly at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like little interactive things that can involve a few more. Obviously you have Who's Rhyme, which is interactive.
Yeah, that's very interactive.
You'd see it day in, day out with your comedy, hey, when you bring a room together, how much the vibe lifts.
Yeah.
That's why the more interactive, the better, I
Yeah.
think.
Or maybe we can just have stand-up plus instead of,
Definitely get Tarbo.
if the video content's too intense,
Definitely Tarbo.
Yeah.
It's gotta
then we
be.
run a bunch of like interactive fun stuff.
Yeah.
I reckon last year's not hard to really do anyway. Well, we have like two comedians and Who's Rhyme.
We
And then
spent quite a few months, though, filming and editing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
because
don't
we
have
didn't
that.
know what the fuck we were doing as
Yeah.
well. Now we have an easy platform. Film the skit, film the prank that goes
Yeah.
with that character. So easy. We'll
Yeah.
fucking, yeah.
Just time.
Whether or not it's funny or
Come
not.
out Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's you know what? The only thing that's hard is fucking film. And this is, I fucking hate you for this.
What I do?
Filming public pranks, I fucking hate it.
How come?
Because I hate having to wait 4 hours to get 1 3-second bit. I hate it.
Oh, the build up to it, you get anxious,
like
you
you
mean?
no. Like I hate inefficiency.
It's like
And
me
you
trying to
ne-
tune a girl
Whereas
and then
like a
having sex.
scripted thing is like go in, bang, get it done. It's done. I'll
Yeah,
go home
yeah.
and edit it. It's so easy to edit. Whereas like we might have to wait around for fucking half an hour for Delby to get one thing that works, and I hate that.
Yeah.
It really annoys. And then the anxiety of being the pranker.
I'm the opposite though. Anxiety. Whitey don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Whitey's just like goes straight in.
Yeah, so I that anxiety, I'm not too great with, but it's the fucking waiting. I hate inefficiency.
Yeah. It's so weird. Like, I can never hop on a stage and do stand-up comedy like you.
Yeah.
But if it's just go to the shops and film something, I've got no shame
Yeah.
with that. Like, I'll
It's
just,
so
I don't know
strange.
why.
Yeah.
I think it's, I don't even know.
Probably because you've been doing it since you were a teenager.
A little bit. But at the
Wow.
same time, I hate then watching myself back on the footage. I don't like it.
As in, you find it cringy, or
Yeah. I don't even like promoting my own podcast
yeah.
because I've started doing more content. Like, I just feel really weird about it.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
It's always, that's just human nature. It's when it's yourself.
Yes.
You find it difficult to talk about yourself or sell yourself. Or if I said to Branchy, hey, can you write about me or do a video about me? He goes, yeah, man, this is you, did it? Or like, if I did that for you or you did that for him, we'd be able to do each other. But when it comes to yourself, you're like,
And then
What
with
do you do?
with your own like Instagram, for example, you'd be putting stuff up. Do you feel like you're selling or like you're bothering people who follow you to?
I think it's more this feeling of, hey, look at me talk about something.
Yeah.
Where if it's a guest, I'm just showing them. I don't
Yes.
feel weird.
Yeah.
But it's just putting myself out there. I don't know.
Well, bad news, buddy. You're the guest on this one. So it's all you.
Yeah, all these clips.
But I think it's like the first few pods I did, I hated hearing my voice, and you just slowly get used to it. So if I start pushing out more content, it'll just become second nature.
I had a friend who has painted that for us, and she works on a FIFO on and off, and she's actually just said, I'm going to go back, and I've never listened to your podcast. I love your clips. They're awesome. I love what you speak, but I've never listened. I'm going to go back and listen to it from the start. And I was like, fuck.
It's rough.
Do not go back to episode 1. Like, it's fucking not great. But she's like, no, I want to hear it. I want to hear the whole progress.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, you're going to, and thinking, and that reflected to me, I'm like, you're going to hear everything. Like, you're going to hear, like, Delby come on board, like he hear him in the second episode, and you can hear the flow is way better than the first episode just because Delby's on there. And then he comes on more and more. You're going to see that progression. You're going to see me go through a fucking divorce. You're going to see
your whole life.
You're going to see, and I was like, fuck, I actually have this time capsule.
Yeah.
And we're going to have this like in 10, 15 years. We can go back and go, I'm going to go listen to that episode. And
Well, I've already been a full-time teacher, and now I'm a full-time
you quit your
comedian.
quit your you
With
went
Matt
through your
Whitey.
you went through your whole because you hadn't even quit your job. You went through like 2 years of pod before you even quit. That's fucking so that's another.
Do you know what it is? I reckon it's in your life. You slowly progress and get better at stuff, and you're every 6 months you're a different person from what you were 6 months before. So then, like when people tell me they showed their kids Tension 6 or something, I just cringe. I'm like, because I was such a different person back then.
Yeah.
But at the time, I was happy to release it. You know.
Yeah.
But it's a weird feeling. Hey,
It's weird. We've got our first proper meeting Whitey, like at your house, like full proper chat.
Yes.
Of like a friendship blooming, and that's so nuts.
Yeah,
bro.
because I think our first time I met you was we came on your pod.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then and I was such a different person then as well.
Yeah.
I wanted
It's
to do
so
documentary filmmaking instead of like short films. Had the Andrew Cracker documentary I wanted to do, which I sort of still actually tried to follow through with, and I probably could still one day. I think it's worth the tale. But
Definitely.
regardless, I can go back and listen to that episode and go, fuck, that's the first time I met Whitey.
Yeah.
That's fucking incredible to think about.
nuts,
It's
eh?
a fucking time
And
capsule.
then we go do Up and Joke, and it's like,
And to bring that up a level, we film everything as well, so we get to watch what we were doing as well. We do all these skits. Fuck,
What
some
have
of
you
our skits are
found-
shit. Some of them are so good. Like,
you never know what's going to hit. Like
Yeah,
you got an
exactly.
inkling, like the restaurant one, the cafe one. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I think that's going to work.
yeah.
But you just never know.
Sometimes some of our best skits haven't gone.
The Halloween one's went on YouTube,
Went fucking killer on YouTube.
but nothing on.
It went
socials.
it went okay. It went really good on Insta, no good on TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok's fucking us a little bit lately.
Is it? Yeah.
I
I put a little video up of my studio build, and they removed it because
Why?
I cut my leg. I think it was too graphic or some shit.
Wow. Did you appeal?
Yeah, peel it.
Appeal it as soon as you can, otherwise it goes down as a mark.
Yeah. I never knew whether to do TikTok or not because I kind of feel like that boomer sort of dude.
Yeah.
Then TikTok's, I've missed it. It's like
Yeah.
for the younger generation. So I kind of just saw that as a sign.
I don't
was
think
like-
it is. I
I was
think
like, that's not
Was
for
it
me.
you or was it Grin Reapers?
Me.
Oh.
Yeah. I've like this. It was my third video
Yeah.
yeah.
that I'd ever put
I felt
on.
like
go on
that, but
and
I
give you a
think
follow.
once you push through that, you'll realize that there's lots of businesses on there. It's not just young kids anymore.
Yeah.
So, but I think America are pushing to ban it in the whole of America at the moment. They've just put
It's funny.
an order
that
in for 30 days. No one in their parliament can have TikTok,
Wow.
and they're looking to legislate it being
Because-
completely banned.
It's funny because I agree. It's so fucked. TikTok, the app as well. Like, it's fucking cooked. But so is every app we use. Like, people are
You
worried
just quit
about...
your job to do this
Yeah,
more.
yeah. People are worried about fucking Chinese spy balloons, as if like that is what they're using to look at you. They've got fucking
satellites.
They don't need a fucking balloon that relies on wind currents, like to fucking spy on you. Like
Google Earth didn't use a fucking balloon to map the Earth.
Exactly. You know? So all this shit, man. I don't know.
Do you reckon
your Facebook tracks everything you do? Like your fucking TV. I had to opt in the other day for my TV to be able to access my remote, and then also it has to be able to listen to me, so it can then recommend the best options for me to watch on Netflix and Stan.
Just keep coming up as porn.
And I'm like, and I could. There's an option to opt out. You don't allow it, and then obviously you don't get recommended the best. But you can't see that option. It's basically not there. And then as you click, fuck, okay, whatever, I accept, you see it like it's like something disappears on the bottom and it was covered by, you just had to scroll down. But you could scroll down on the TV. Oh, it's fucking.
They get you.
So I'm sitting there and my TV's fucking listening to me.
Yeah.
Oh, at least that's one person. It's a whole role reversal. We used to listen to TV. Now TV listens to us.
Fucking nuts, man. And so if you're worried about TikTok, hey, fucking, there's bigger things.
I just don't want when I'm on Pornhub for that to listen to me.
Yeah.
Give me
Do you reckon
recommendations.
there's a?
do you reckon you'd be vocal?
You go, what?
No, I've always wondered. Like, obviously, your phone can listen to you, but can someone access your camera to see you?
Yes.
You reckon?
Yeah, that's what
100%
Snowden released that.
So but the thing is, this is used by hackers.
So right now, you reckon I can get filmed by your camera?
Yes.
If someone has access to it through like some sort of
back end or government,
get in. They can film it, and then so people get done all the time. Fucking, they're wanking. They're watching their phone, so the phone's pointing right at them, and they'll be wanking or whatever, and then it'll film it, and then they'll get access to that and say, we're going to release it.
And if you want to see it, Patreon.
But they'll be like, they'll send the video to that person via email and say, you have to send us fucking 25 grand or we're going to release this to the public.
Yeah.
And some people have
That was
just
on
gone.
Black Mirror, wasn't it? The first episode.
Yes.
Where he fucks a pig.
And
Yeah.
It's common. I don't know, not the fucking the pig, but it's commonly people are done with it. Sometimes it's just a scam. It's like a full-on hack. Like people, we've got footage of you doing it, but they do it because they know it has happened. And
well, Matt Story used to have a great joke. He's like, somebody sent me an email going, we have footage of you masturbating. Send us $1 million. He's
yeah,
like,
that's right. Yeah.
If you've seen me masturbating, you'll know I don't have $1 million. But have you watched Snowden?
The movie?
Yeah,
I think so.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. That's what the whole thing's about. He realised that the government was listening and watching and basically invading your privacy.
But listening I get, but the watching, that seems like taking a step too far, Snowden.
I want to actually...
but they can.
I have to watch that movie because I've never watched that one, but I've watched a doco on it and his release and how he did it with Glenn Greenwald. And
it's quite good.
Going back to Iran, I actually got my phone cloned.
Oh.
So halfway when you were there?
Yeah.
Like someone, what they skim past it with technology?
I'm thinking it was the very first day in the hotel lobby.
Yeah.
I wanted internet to contact someone or probably to message Sarah or something. And I logged into like a Wi-Fi of the lobby.
Yeah.
And then a few days later, I had no money. Yeah. It was just drained out of all my bank accounts. Yeah.
It's incredible.
Fuck.
This is the one thing I do like about banks. I'll just say this is the only thing that they will just chuck it back in because they know you've been scammed. But
that's what I thought.
With that one.
PayPal were really good.
Yeah.
And they, how were they doing it? Through eBay or something? I think I was selling Ray-Bans. I was doing all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
And then PayPal actually reimbursed everything.
Yeah.
Nice.
Covered even eBay, and eBay were so hard to deal with.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because that's happened to me. I think it was in the States. And I've always wondered, how the fuck do people get stitched up? And like, my card got skimmed in the States. And like within 2 days of being there, I was like, I'm like on this holiday with the lad 6 weeks and all my money's just gone. What the fuck?
Yeah,
and then
bullshit. It was like $5,000 at the strippers.
Yeah.
That wasn't me.
It was like gone. And
Sarah
got
skimmed at an ATM once.
And I was like, how do people get skimmed? I was
they
like,
set cameras up on, they film your thingy.
Yeah. So, I seen there was 2 like 99-cent withdrawals as I guess a tester, and then the rest was gone.
How'd Sarah get it? What, here or over
it was in
somewhere
Scarborough, and then the bank were onto it because she made a withdrawal in Perth, and then an hour later in South Australia or some shit. And they're like, that's not possible.
Yeah.
And then
So they
they recognise it and they can send it to you.
The machine skimmed her details, or there was a camera.
I forget exactly. I think it was either sometimes they set up a little device on front of where you put your card, which might read something, and then they have a camera that gets your PIN. So then they get your card, and then they know your PIN.
Part of me would love to do that, like have the balls to go, right, I'm going to be a scammer, because it's a victimless crime.
Yeah, because they get it
What
back.
do you mean? There's pretty clearly a fucking victim.
No, because they get it back from the government.
Back.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's start skimming each other. Like endless loop of just skimming each other.
Yeah.
But
Because
somehow not let it get back to us.
Because the
We
bank,
just wear mustaches and glasses.
like the guy in the embassy.
Yeah.
No, but because like it gets reimbursed by the bank, and the banks just print the money anyway. So
Yeah, and then cause inflation, and then now we're all fucked. Yeah, that's a good point.
yeah.
All right, let's figure out a way.
Mate,
I'll
have you
do
ever
it.
had-
I'll do it. If we can figure out a way for it not to come back to us,
probably
and there's
not
no
as-
audio evidence of us suggesting we're going to do this,
Like this.
I'll do it.
Yeah, rule number 1 of skimming is don't tell the world you're skimming.
Okay, Commonwealth Bank, I am not doing that.
ANZ, however. Have you ever had like little thoughts or urges to like just do a robbery?
No, but
You've never
was it
thought
this
of it?
pod? I think it was this pod where I told you how we stole the curtain weights, hey,
No.
at school. The
No.
bottom, they had these weights were precisely the size of a $2 coin, allegedly.
Yeah.
And then you take the curtain weight to time zone, put it in, and then you get all 20-cent coins.
Fuck yeah.
So you swap fake money and you get back real money.
Nice.
Laundering.
Money
Not
laundering.
Well, yeah, whatever.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
That's sick.
Forgery.
So whatever their machines had couldn't tell the
Time
difference.
Zone's just got all these fucking
Fake
curtains,
$2
like-
coins, yeah.
They couldn't tell the difference. Poor time.
I think
that's
they-
the victim.
They can fix that now.
And now they're bankrupt.
Did you ever used to do the 2 10-cent pieces into the vending machines before it figured it out?
What?
Because 2 10s
As a 20 or something.
as a
As a
dollar.
dollar.
As a $1.
Yeah, real similar, and you put them together, and you could sometimes push it through as a dollar.
You went to Wanneroo, eh?
Yeah. And we had. Did you ever have the free phone calls in the Telstra box where you get a
Yeah.
straw,
Yeah.
put the 20
Straw
cents in,
trick.
push it, and it will refund you your 20, but you got the credit, so you could do mobile calls back then.
The straw trick.
Straw trick. You ever know that?
Nah.
No.
That's cool.
And there was one. I don't know if it was us. It was another vending machine one where I think it was a straw and a string, and you put it in, and it would give credit on the vending machine. But
And then you pull it back out.
I'm not sure if it pulled out or it went through, because I think they had a mechanism where you couldn't pull it back
Okay.
out. But yeah,
Other scams of note as a child, the free Dr. Pepper. The first time they did the release, all you had to do was like put the bottle up and you could read it.
yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
You get the cap and you get a free one, so you buy one, get one
Get them
free.
free for endlessly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember that?
Those idiots.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
I didn't really do
The
that.
first time McDonald's did the Monopoly game,
Yeah.
the Macca's trays used to have the paper plates that were the exact size of the reward. So you just cut out the paper on that line the trays.
Yeah.
You just steal a bunch of them and cut them all out and free food.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's a hell good hack.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I used to do we used to buy the lolly, what was it? Not timeouts or something. And when you'd open it. Mars bars, free Mars bars.
Yes, I
Someone
remember
told
this.
me a hack about that as well. It was like something to do with the numbers. And we almost always got free Mars
Yeah,
bars.
I remember getting the free Mars bars, but I
Yeah.
can't remember how.
Yeah. Because you'd open it up and it would say try again or free Mars bar.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You could
What was the
almost get
way?
an endless amount. I can't remember how, but I remember someone had told us how to find the free bar ones.
And now we're in an obesity pandemic.
How good's a little scam as a kid?
Oh,
eh?
man. So good.
Fuck. Yeah, I guess growing up in Wanneroo, we're trying to always do that sort of shit.
Yeah.
Always trying to find little hacks and
Yeah.
whatnot.
I would just beat up the nerds. That's how I met Branchy. No.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly.
No,
Right,
I never beat anyone up.
I've got my first ever fake news about me,
Oh, yeah?
and it stems back to Wanneroo High School.
What was it?
Oh, okay. This is actually kind of funny. So first ever fake news I've ever heard about me, like, you know, the rumours. Our footy club was doing some stuff with Wanneroo High School for a scholarship thing, and they were like, said, this guy does our social media, and they're like, oh, Branchy, yeah, he's the guy who called up our school and complained about his 400-metre record being broken and made us rerun it so we could justify that it had been done. And I was like, the fuck? I knew my 400 record had been broken. Stephen Healy had told me who's a mate of mine who actually worked at that school, and then it started clicking in my head. He stitched me up, and he's the one who spread the rumor. So he's told all the teachers that I'd called up and fucking So now,
And did he actually rerun it?
That he actually rerun it.
Just to stitch you up, or he wanted to make sure that
I think he actually wanted to make sure because he had his own whatever
conspiracy.
He said potentially the track was too short or whatever. Yeah. But then they reran it and he still broke it again. And he spread this rumor that I called up the fucking school. And I remember only finding out on my West Perth Christmas party when I randomly bumped into Slopes and a few Mr. Mather and a few people at the pub, like they're having their school thing, and they were like, "Yeah, we had to rerun it." I was like, "Oh fuck, okay, cool. Oh, no more record at high school. Oh well." And that's when I found out about it.
Yeah,
but,
right.
So there's this whole fucking
That's interesting.
rumor going around that I'm a sour cunt and calling up saying this is bullshit. Rerun the race. So fuck you, Stephen Hill, you prick.
Fuck, you don't have the record anymore.
Nah.
But the first rumor about your fake news was that you're a good bloke. So fuck, it's spun out.
Yeah, I've heard that rumor as well. Yeah. But, oh well.
Have you heard any more fake news about you? Any rumors that have been swirling? Because I heard you're a BJJ black belt. True. I heard you're a gym bro. True.
I don't know. Over the years, there's definitely been a few fake newses.
Yeah.
What was one? Once I did a profile for Riptide magazine, and the whole angle was that I was balling, and we went to the house across the road from Hillary's Marina.
Yeah.
What the big fuck off.
Like it has that grand entrance where you drive in.
I put the cabinets in that house. So
Did you?
There's a
Did you put the lift in?
no, but we used you go downstairs and there's this wine cellar that's bigger than my house.
Yeah, it's Whitey's.
yeah. You'd know this. Oh, of course.
So yeah, we took photos. We didn't even knock on the door. I think we just rocked up quickly in a car and took photos at the bottom, and then people obviously saw that and thought it was actually my house. And then for years, people were like, "Oh yeah, there's Whitey's house."
That's awesome.
That's kind of like it's fake news, but I kind of created the fake news.
Yeah. Deliberate fake news.
But your house is fucking sick and fucking amazing location. Or was that the house you were in before?
No, this was gone back a bit. I don't even know where I lived.
And what's I heard you briefly mention it on your potty, Wong Poo.
Oh yeah.
Now, is that named after you? Or?
Yeah. That was just we went to Philippines and we went looking for waves, and we found this sickest wave.
Yeah.
In this little town, and then I just named it after myself.
And were you Wong because of your beard at the time, or is Wong stem from somewhere else?
Wong was from a Japanese magazine, ran a photo of me once, and instead of calling me Chris White, they called me Chris Wong. And then everyone just was Wong forever.
That's the best.
You've got the Wong guy.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
That's great. How do you find waves, man? That's what I was thinking as well. Like, so you've just booked to Philippines hoping that you find waves?
Well, there's a good wave there, Cloud 9, that everyone knows about. So
you just went looking.
Yeah, and when you're in where there's one good wave, normally there's going to be spots.
But is there better waves for bodyboarding and better waves for surfing?
Kind of, yeah. Wong Poo's more of a bodyboard wave. It's like this heavy left slab. We went back a few times. It's like a legitimately sick wave.
No, and I also heard you saying that you look up waves on Google Earth. How?
Oh, I was literally doing that this morning.
How?
What do you mean?
How do you do it? Yeah.
You just go on Google Earth satellite.
Is it live?
Nah,
Like
but you can see the setups.
How? Explain, man. Because I was, as a numpty, I'm like not a surfer. You just said it like an offhand comment, like, yeah, I just looked on Google Earth for surf and I found wicked spots.
Yeah.
Do you zoom in? Like, are you like, oh, there's a coast. I'm just going to look up and down this coast.
Yeah. Like you go to Africa, go to the west coast, and you'll just find spots. But like whether you can go there, they're in like fucking Sierra Leone and like fucking gnarly places.
Yeah.
Like I was looking at one this morning, like literally in Liberia. I'm like, that spot is amazing. But whether I actually will ever go there, I don't know.
How can you tell from a bird's eye view?
Well, I've just been doing it for so long. You see the trail of a wave. So if you see like a perfect triangle of whitewash, pretty good chance that's a good wave.
Wow.
But then there's so many factors. You can kind of just get a feel, like because we've surfed for so long, we've been to so many places, we kind of know areas where there's waves and where swell hits.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's pretty good.
That's so interesting.
But would you want to surf in Africa?
Where the great white sharks?
Whites? Or is it just as dangerous in Margaret River, you reckon?
Probably. I think there is spots that are worse than others, but
Now, yeah, and you were saying like they're inaccessible. Is there a way you could get there by boat and just get off the boat and surf, or is it like you need to have land access as well as boat access?
well, some of them, their islands are so remote. It's not just like a little boat ain't getting there, eh?
Yeah.
Like 2 days on a massive boat kind of thing.
Fuck.
That. I'm going to Africa next year, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Are you actually?
Yep.
What for? Find a wife.
Nah, me and Stevie P, your mate. Yeah, we've expressed interest anyway, so I think we have to go through there's a process, and you have to qualify and be chosen. But MDS, we're doing the 250-kilometre run in Sahara Desert.
Oh, hell yeah.
That was the next challenge.
Couldn't think of anything worse.
Neither can I. It's so stupid. Like, I'm not
run lions.
No, I'm considering not doing it. Hey, I'm people die.
Yeah.
People legit die. This isn't like 100 Ks in 28 degrees in Perth. You know, I'll stop if I'm feeling a bit average. This is like people die. It's the hardest foot race on earth, and it's the first. You actually see it in the first episode of Human Playground.
Seen it.
Yeah, with the camel. That's the run.
Fuck that.
Do you want to come? We'll go find some surf spots after.
Epic footage.
Or
I just said
Could double
I
down
said
for
to Stevie,
attention
how about we
12.
climb Mount Kilimanjaro? Like, that's Eastern Africa, that's Tanzania. Let's do that. And he's like, nah, fuck this. I want to. His ankles and stuff are still fucked as well.
Jesus.
maybe look at bike rides or something.
Oh, maybe I'll get him to. Have you filled that 5th spot as well? For the run? Maybe we'll get Stevie.
Yeah.
I'll see if he can run. Yeah, cool.
How's your shares going? I had a look at today.
Or
Points bet.
everyone get out. Everyone leave.
My points bet, I bought it like $7,000 worth at $5, and they're $1.13, bro.
Gone back down again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've lost almost 70% of their value.
So you just have to hold on now.
They
man.
were up to $17, bro.
You need to hold on.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
Like, they've lost $150 million in their first half.
Only going to get worse.
And they used to have more, but I think they've spent heaps of money getting like Shaq and Spider and all these big guys to promote them.
Yeah.
Were you in points bet?
Yeah, still
Yeah,
am. But
yeah.
I don't really look at that one too much.
Yeah.
I look at just the...
It was in today's paper, highlighted. I was like,
never a good sign,
fuck, man.
So what are you going to do you think? Like, are you going to use what's coming? Because it's not going to be good for the next year or so. Are you going to use that as an opportunity to swoop?
As far as buying more shares? Nah, I've put that on the back burner for sure.
Shares are fuck for me. I think if I'm going to do anything, it'll be a index S&P 500 or something.
Yeah.
Just something that you can't really go wrong.
I
But
just wouldn't get anything right now.
I've got a few
right now.
that have gone really well and then a few that have gone really bad.
balances.
Yeah, it always just levels out.
And
eh?
you got your toe on the property market. You know a bit about that. What's your opinion on what's happening sort of this year
I
towards
could
the end of
not
the year?
offer any advice
No?
on that. I'm not all over it.
Yeah.
All I know is just don't buy vacant land because you can't rent it.
Yeah.
Well, you probably can in this shortage.
Yeah.
Chuck some swags
The
up.
renting, yeah.
Buy and hold it.
Yeah.
Don't sell.
I think you're in a perfect situation at the moment,
Yeah.
Delby, because you're looking to buy soon, and I reckon in about a year or maybe 9 months, you're going to get some fucking bargains because interest rates have already gone up. They're predicted to go up to almost 4%, which is people are struggling already. They're already struggling. Cost of living's already gone up. And now they're going to increase interest rates. One of my mates' mortgages, and they don't have a huge mortgage, they went up like $1,200 a month. If someone added $1,200 a month onto something that I was already paying, I'd be fucked.
Yeah.
And that's just with
tough.
one interest rate rise. It's going to go further. So people are going to be fucking pushed to the edge. And some people are going to go, I can't afford it anymore. I'm going to have to sell. And people are going to go, well, I'm not buying it for that price. I'm going to buy it at this. So it's going to be this. At the moment, it's that uncertainty has dropped it. And now it's going to be like, oh, no, it is fucked. Oh, it's definitely dropping. And then you, after about 9 months, 10 months, once it starts regulating, that's when you buy and then fucking bang.
It's going to be me selling. You're going to be the one. It's going to buy my house.
And so those are the I was saying to Delby, it is going to be a tough 18 months for people.
Yeah, my mortgage is locked in till December this year, so I'm not looking forward to that day.
Yeah, I think a lot of people's in that same boat. Hey?
Yeah.
So if when that happens, that's scary. What will happen?
I hope this YouTube money takes off.
Because people will be pressed, and I guess that always is always corrects. We were talking about it. It always corrects. It's a fucking correcting thing. Like there's always a recession, but then it bounces back, and it's just like fuck. Can you push through that hard time.
I can't believe that we as a society just rely so heavily on people we don't know to regulate these things, to trust that they're doing the right thing, to make sure the government's actually working in our best interest. And inflation is like ridiculous. And we just go, oh yeah, cool.
So we don't get a say. Our say is electing the people that are going to make these decisions on behalf of us.
And you're hoping that they actually know what's going on. Who has experience running a fucking economy, man? Like,
we need to start our skimming syndicate today. 100%.
100%. We're fucked. The world is fucked. We've just printed trillions of dollars that we couldn't afford to print fucking years ago.
It's nuts. But I think our government, there's too much, what's the word? Not socialism. It might be socialism, where you're consistently trying to pull up the people at the bottom. Like, life's not fair, man. You can't always have a society that protects you from stuff. It's like, oh, we're going to keep the interest rates down, or we're going to give you COVID payments, or if you lose your job, we're going to protect everyone. You can't. Like, life's not fair, man. We might lose our job, and that's just part of it, and you got to work through it.
Yeah.
You can't protect everyone. You can put some measures in play, but some people have to go through a hard time.
Oh, you're kicking a bucket down the road. That's all you're doing.
Is that a saying?
Yeah, kicking the bucket down the road. So I don't know what in reference that is.
It's like you're just putting something off.
Yeah. Eventually you got to fucking pick it up.
Like pushing shit uphill.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how long you prolong this fucking economic crash. It's going to happen at some point. Like, just get it done. Sort of not get it done, but like, I guess there's ways that you can. We're not fucking economists, so we don't really know.
All I know is just keep making sure that you look after your mental health and come to Daniel Delby entertainment shows. So teacher comedy night,
or you can
comedy night, quiz nights, April joke, up and joke.
All you can do is assess what's happening to you at the time, hey?
Yeah.
Like, planning ahead is all good. Like, fuck, we'll talk about not having a plan. I've just fucking jumped into that. But all you can do is assess what's happening to you at that moment and make the best decision based on what you know at the time. That's it. That's all you can do. Yeah. That's why I love that analogy of like, I've started to understand why I like hiking and why I like climbing mountains.
I know.
Because you're a dad.
No, go. What do you?
My opinion?
Yes.
Is because you're not on your phone and you're breathing and you're in nature. You get brought back to, you forget about the small shit and you focus on the big picture.
100%. You become present. Yeah. And so what I've noticed is, I only realised this analogy like a few days ago. It's like, why do I love the idea of climbing a mountain? Because I said it on an episode and I was like, why? What the fuck? And there's an end point, obviously, that's this nice, beautiful view or the fucking achievement or whatever. And just like in life, I have these goals and this achievement and this thing that I want to have at the end of it. But when you're climbing a mountain, you have to, like...
How many mountains have you climbed?
Only
just one, Bluff Knoll.
No, 4. But like...
Sorry, keep going.
It's okay. So the thing is, you have to... When you're climbing, there's so many points where you can fall, slip. You have to focus on every step as they're happening. Sometimes you have to go back down to go back up. There's all different sort of things. And that's like in life. You have to stay presently focused on what's happening right then and there. You have this end goal of getting to the top. But if you stop focusing on what's happening right there, you could fall, you could trip, you could completely fuck everything. So it's all about staying focused on what you're doing right then and there, with that goal in mind.
It's like BJJ.
And I didn't realise it until I was like, the life analogy is the same as climbing a mountain. Stay focused on what you can see then and there at the moment, because you can lose everything if you don't.
So driving a car.
I don't know if I'm the only one who's ever put that analogy together, but I fucking like it. I'm going to use it.
I always think like that. Sometimes you don't even know why you're climbing the mountain, but you're just doing it.
Yeah.
And if you focus on just doing it, you end up getting there, then you're like, I'm glad I did that.
Yeah, 100%.
That's Alan Watts.
Yeah.
The focus on the journey, not the destination.
Yeah, that's a dance.
Yeah.
He calls it a dance. I love a bit of Wattsy. Oh, I'm going to start getting back into old Alan Watts.
Yeah.
That was the change in mindset for me 10-ish years ago, listening to one of his I remember watching one of those motivational videos on YouTube, and he had like a 30-second bit, and I was like, who's that guy? Like, that sounded interesting. And I just started typing in like old guy speaking wisdom and shit like that.
It comes straight up.
Eventually like someone came up and I was like, that's the voice. Yeah. And then like...
Does he have the quote about no matter how far you go down the wrong road, once you correct it and you're on the right path, it feels better? Is that a general sort of.
I don't listen to enough of him. He would know, but
I've listened to. There's I think 35 lectures that I downloaded on, and they're all an hour and a half long, and they're like on Buddhism, Taoism, but then they'll be like present, whiteism, being present, all of that. But he's very philosophical.
Yeah.
And, but I do love that idea of that life's a dance. Like the point of a song is not the end, because if it was, you just get straight to the end.
Yeah.
You want to enjoy the pre-chorus, you want to enjoy the chorus, you want to enjoy the drums, the bass, you want to enjoy every part of that song before you get to that end.
I think I've seen the same video.
Yeah. So it might have been that very idea or that very short idea that I seen in that clip to begin with. But his thing and that got me onto it, and fuck. But then Wolfie's made a good point about Alan Watts. He's like, he was so focused on all of that, he basically disregarded his children and had a bad fucking like relationships with his family, and he was so much of a like, oh well, it doesn't matter. He's got like that oh well, it doesn't matter personality.
Ends up on Epstein's Island.
Yeah.
What have you been listening? You're always listening to different pods. What have you been listening to lately? That's good.
I've been more listening to music.
Yeah, right.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sometimes I just
For vibe?
think of because I've been out in the shed or whatever.
Yeah.
I've definitely been listening to pods, but I've been really enjoying just getting into.
Because I only listen to you guys. I only listen to Swanee and then Diary of a CEO. So if there's any good recommendations.
Huberman. That
Huberman
Oh,
one?
Yeah.
Huberman's great.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
But it's not sort of gripping. You can easily lose
Float
your
out.
focus
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
'Cause but he, for fitness and all that, recovery, all that sort of stuff, that's who I've been.
Yeah, right. Okay, that's kind of cool. And where have you built your studio? Because you got your Airbnb out the back.
Yeah, literally next to it.
Oh, sweet.
So if them interest rates get too crazy, the studio is going to become another rental.
What do you? What will they do with that? Like it'll happen. People won't be.
Well,
able to
Sarah's
surely
brothers-
there's a thing in place for people.
Sarah's
to help.
brothers works in a bank.
Yeah.
He, obviously it's a prediction, but he was like, there's a fucking Mozzie here. I've got PTSD after I got fucking...
Oh yeah, you got the staff. Oh yeah, go back onto that.
Yeah.
First. Yeah.
Yeah, he was hoping or saying there might be 2 more rises and then it might start to come down, but no one knows, do they?
Yeah.
Has it been 2 already? Hey.
I think
Yeah,
it's
he was saying
4 or
2
5.
more and he said
Yeah.
this the other day.
Because that's the prediction I think that's the best prediction. Best case is 4 total rises.
I
Potentially.
swear it's been more than that
Yeah,
already.
it's
hasn't
already
it?
been 4.
Four
quarter-
more.
Okay, yeah.
More. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the prediction of it generalized. Some people are predicting potentially 7 quarterly rises.
Yeah.
Elon Musk, actually, I said to you, he's basically, and he's probably a smart person to listen to. He said the other day, fucking stay out of everything at the moment.
Yeah.
Just give it 18 months.
Well, our parents all went through like, was it
Yeah.
17%?
Yeah.
Remember mum always telling me, so I've always...
Yeah.
17%.
It's
Yeah.
fucked up.
What the fuck?
Nuts.
On like, but on a, or not, but
It doesn't matter. It's all relative.
it is, hey?
Yeah, it's all relative.
But so 17% on a $100,000 loan.
But back then, $100,000 was more like, 500. So it's all
So
relative.
So 17%.
A
So if
bit
it went to 17% now,
Fuck.
Oh, I'm
everyone's
giving
gone.
headies on St George's Terrace.
yeah. Because what's it at now? What's it gone up to now?
I'm going to wash myself with a rag on a stick.
Is it like 3%?
I don't know. I don't have a mortgage, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm
I know the
sticking
cash rate's between 4 and 4.5, which is good for my savings.
Oh, for people who have money in, yeah, that's
The
really
interest rate.
Yeah.
So-
Mum and Dad will be loving that in Thailand. Just watching that money roll in.
Yeah.
Rise, interest rates rise.
What was I going to ask? There was one more thing I was going to ask you, Whitey, but
Was it about my stupid staph infection?
Yeah, well,
That was gnarly.
what was it?
I never
From
really
rolling.
found out.
it's from Jim, surely.
No, it wasn't. Oh, it
Really?
could have been from the gym, but not jiu-jitsu.
Really?
Yeah.
So you think you had cuts and then that got infected, or you had bites? And
It might have been the yucca, the yucca plants.
Oh yeah.
I think because the day I saw they look like pimples with pus
Yeah.
or little bites. And that day I was working near this plant and I kept spiking myself.
Fuck, they're so painful, those little... Are they the ones that have got held thin?
Yeah, little,
Ugh.
just more annoying than anything.
Fucking
Mate,
annoying.
yuccas.
Yeah.
Fuck, I hate those
Mother
cunts.
yuccas.
And their root system is fucked. So fucked. I dug them out of my last house because I was like, fuck these cunts off. They're disgusting. They poke you and shit.
Yeah.
Like
That's my Tinder bio. My root system's fucked.
and
Pokes
they, and
to
they
the
poke
shit.
you. But yeah.
That's what I was going to ask you. Any good movies? Because you're always doing series. I want to discuss, before we finish, fucking Ant-Man, bro.
You're an idiot.
It was dog shit, bro.
Nah, it was good.
It was,
What was it
so
on?
bad, man.
Nah, it was good.
What was
at
it?
the movies? Or?
Yeah, movies.
It's
Ant-Man,
good. It wasn't
number
it
3.
Wasn't incredible.
The first 2 are so good, like funny as fuck.
Yeah.
They've got the Mexican dude in there. That's hilarious. Like everything was good.
Spewing wasn't in there. That's fucking shit. So, you went there going to watch that.
I went there to watch like the same funny.
I went there to watch fucking Kang get introduced. That's what the whole Marvel world's wanting.
Kang Schmang.
Kang's the new Thanos.
Whatever.
He's watched it in
It
such
was
a narrow-minded
lame.
little.
It was lame, bro. The story was lame. The jokes were almost non-existent. It was Paul Rudd was wasted. It didn't make any sense how they defeat Kang. Sorry, spoiler, because Kang's just fucking blown every cunt up, and then Ant-Man's like pew pew, and he's like, oh.
But you think
like there's no relativeness in their power stakes.
So you think he's done?
I'm not going to say.
Of course.
I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah, but of course not.
Yeah, of course not. Otherwise, there's no more movies.
No, because there's variants.
Yeah, but don't spoil it.
Well, they know everyone who's watched anything knows there's variants.
But it was fucking dumb, bro. Made no sense. And like that dumb bitch, fucking Ant-Man's mother-in-law or mum.
Oh yeah,
stupid cunt. All she had to do was don't go down there. There's a fucking hell bad dude that's going to destroy everyone's world. But she's all like, I'm not talking to you about down there, fucking loser.
But then Delby,
and she banged fucking Bill Murray.
But then there'd be no movie.
Yeah, but it's just dumb.
It's a creation. You have to look at this episode as a leak into a beginning of this is Kang. This is the potential power
I'm going
that he
for
has.
Kang.
Yeah, it's going to get messy.
What do you give it out of 10?
5.
Branch?
7. I thought I didn't think it was that good either for a Marvel movie, and I'm a fucking Marvel fiend. That's my little outlet, and I didn't think it was that great, but I still liked it. It was
acting
good.
was lame, and
no, I don't agree.
Well, I don't seen it yet.
Nah,
are you a Marvel guy?
I only go to the movies to watch like 8s and above because it's a special time.
So they're setting up like young Avengers. So that's why his daughter was a big part of
Epstein
it.
Avengers, they call them.
Yeah, Young Avengers. They've been doing that through the series, and I think, and Kang's the big thing they were setting up. So that literally was just to go, this is where it's going. But I do get it, because if you were going to watch an Ant-Man movie like the other Ant-Man...
I wanted to watch a movie that
was
had
funny and fun.
a good plot, more, it's not realistic because it's Marvel, but just silly.
I thought it was funny. But... Yeah, I get what you're saying there.
Yeah.
To a point.
Did you watch Way of Water then?
No.
That's not a special one for you? Avatar?
Oh, yeah. Avatar. Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Loved it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. Good?
Yeah, I think it's good. It's very long and a few plot holes.
It's like 3.5 hours, hey?
3, I think.
So maybe, that's why I was like, I'm not going yet.
I took Van and his friend and they sat through the whole thing.
Yeah.
So
there's one big glaring plot hole for me. It was having the little Tarzan kid who can't act for shit. Having him see absolutely every step they do. If you've got him as your prisoner, you chuck him in a fucking cell. That's the end of him.
Well, don't ruin it for me.
Yeah.
But yeah. So you mean like
glaring?
You mean like logic?
Logically,
like don't let this. Yeah, okay.
It's like going, hey man, I'm fucking Barack Obama.
Yeah.
Here we've got fucking Saddam Hussein's son.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to leave him in the White House with me as we plot how to destroy their whole country.
Okay.
Yeah. It was dumb, but all the other stuff's kind of cool.
Yeah. How about streaming platforms? Any good shows?
So Physical 100.
Physical 100.
Oh, I saw that. I just finished episode 9 yesterday.
The last episode?
Yeah.
The last...
I'm up to episode 5.
The last challenges are sick. And
yeah.
There's like, what is it? How many were left? 5 to be at the end.
First one I thought was a bit unfair. The tug of war.
Tug of war?
Because basically if you were the littlest, you were gone.
Yeah.
But the beep test was pretty good, and then the rope pull was sick.
That's cool. I haven't seen that one.
Mate, the rope pull at the end, that looked... And that is, it's good as well. I love the first episode where they're recognizing each other and the dubbing. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I will never defeat him.
I want to do a skit like that. I want to be like, we go do our own Physical 100 challenge and then overdub our own voice. The way they speak is so...
Your body is perfect. There's no way I can compete with you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're the greatest. That's the luger. There's the luger. That's the luger.
Why do they speak like that? Like it's clearly Korean people just speaking like in an American accent with English. So if we were to do it the other way,
Oh, I think it's funny as fuck.
But if we were to do it the other way, like speak Korean,
these are the physical 100.
You get cancelled.
Yeah.
you'd be fucked. But yeah, I do love it.
That, you can't do it.
I
in
was so
reverse.
tired, but I had to keep on going.
Yeah.
You're the guy that does the voice.
Yeah. You know what's the worst, I think, is when they do the replay. They do it 3 times.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh, no. And they don't have
Oh,
to.
you both need to quit podcast and do professional voiceovers. That's incredible.
That's what Max Shane does, actually. Max Shane does voiceovers professionally, eh?
Yeah.
Do it in my new studio. Cheap rate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think that's all I've really seen on streaming at the moment. So
Oh, I started watching this
haven't
Roman
had much
Empire
time.
sort of docu series where they sort of reenact it, like so it's a movie as well as interviews with like historians. It's pretty sick, and it's good. They suck you in by getting you at the start with
Titties.
No, with the you know the gladiator story. With with
Lucius Maximus.
Lucius Maximus
Aurelius.
And titties.
Yeah, and titties. They suck you in with that story because you already know the essence of that. It's obviously dramatic changes in the movie, but in the breakdown of it in the doco, it was fucking sick. So you already sort of half know what's going on, but it makes it. You start to see like
Cataclysmic.
Yeah, like and
Again,
the cataclysmic.
Nice.
So this is the fall of the Roman Empire, but in the second season is like the rise of Julius Caesar and like how he came from just being a soldier and shit. It's pretty. I'm actually into it.
Yeah.
Narrated by Sean Bean.
Ooh.
What's the one I got told from a friend, Jai? It's a zombie style series. Apparently, it's the second best TV show ever made.
Oh. Zombie
Next to Breaking
style
Bad.
Series.
Can we agree Breaking Bad was the best ever?
Oh, you mean Walking Dead?
Nah, there's one that's meant to be.
Similar.
Yeah.
I think it's on the tip of my tongue. Fuck. No, I don't know.
Don't know.
Oh, Last of Us.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
name of it.
Last
Have you
of
watched
Us.
that?
No.
No, yeah. It's based off a video game. Yeah,
Any
I've played the video
I haven't
game.
watched it, but I want to.
Okay.
I've played the
Is it
video
Netflix?
game and it's good.
Nah, it's like Paramount or some shit.
Yeah.
I'm not
It's
fucking
got the
down, mate.
highest IMDb rating and it's got the guy from Narcos in it.
Yeah, apparently the writing, it's just
Really?
really good.
Okay.
But they chucked in a gay scene just for the LGBTQI community. Like episode 3, there's him and another dude.
Yeah.
And just by chance, the last 2 dudes on Earth are gay for each other.
Do you hear Jim Jeffries' new comedy special?
Yeah, I just watched. I was talking about it the other
So
day.
fucking funny.
What's it on?
He just talks about the LGBTQT community,
Yeah,
whatever
okay.
it is.
He gave it a good
Nails
one.
it, eh?
Yeah, he does it really well.
Oh, I'll have to listen. I thought
he actually
that Family Guy clip I sent you, that was 5 seconds and it was so funny. He goes, you can't smoke. And he goes, well, sorry, I'm trans. He goes, sorry, do whatever the fuck you want then. I'm sorry, do anything you like.
I want to hear a whole pod of yous two just doing the physical 100 voices.
Okay. That would be great. Fantastic.
I'll do it tomorrow. I love it.
You're so good at it.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
start-
how we're
we'll-
going to do our pre-roll.
Well, you'll do the pre-roll.
yeah. We'll do the pre-roll in all of that voice. But the last thing I want to talk about that I've been watching is F1 Drive to Survive is back.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't watched that yet.
Fallen asleep to the first episode 3 nights in a row.
Oh, have you?
by design, though.
Yeah. So because I love that series. So I noticed I was starting to fall asleep towards the end of the first episode. So I was
Sounds
turned it off.
riveting, boys.
No, it's because see the thing is.
2 of you have fallen asleep in
I
the
don't know
first
why.
episode.
I don't know why you fall asleep, but I've been working, like doing all the content and videos and stuff once Scotty's gone to sleep. So it's like not till 10 o'clock I'll be able to put it on. So I might get halfway to the end of it.
I have to call it The Waking Dead.
Yeah, and I can't. But I've watched that first episode, and the best part about this season is I binge watched the other 4 seasons or whatever just before last F1 season started. So I had a pretty cool idea of what was going on. This one, I actually remember watching every race. So
does it just break down how F1 works and what the challenges are?
Yeah, but all the fucking politics that go in behind certain certain guys who are racing. Like,
Right.
I'm very interested to see.
Which season did it start at?
It's about 5 years ago, eh?
All right.
Yeah, 4 years ago, I reckon.
4 years ago,
Okay.
yeah. So it's not too bad. It's relevant enough for you to remember some of the stuff.
Just a mint production, like
Yeah,
filmed
okay.
perfectly, put together so well.
And the very first episode is basically all Daniel Ricciardo, so that sucks you in from that Australian perspective. You love seeing that, and then and it's he's in Armidale or wherever the fuck he is, and so you're like, this is one of the biggest fucking watched series in the world, and they're filming like just around the corner from us.
Yeah.
They
and
started
that
something.
suck-
Hey, now surfing did a show.
Yeah.
Tennis.
Sick.
And
Golf,
golf.
yeah.
Yeah. So the tennis one is filmed by the same people who do the F1. I haven't watched any of the golf one yet,
Yeah.
but the tennis one's filmed by the same people
Yeah.
and produced by the same people. But
Well, I'm watching this new program called Branchy through his TV.
Remote viewing.
Yeah. That's one
okay.
of my goals this year for golf. I want to learn to play properly.
Yeah, we'll start playing with me.
Yeah.
I'm going to play a bit more regular. I've got a lot more time, but we'll have
You
to
still
find
into
a course
golf?
that's free.
You're just naturally good at it, but
Nah, I play every now and then just to take Van, basically.
yes.
Let's
Keep him in.
do another Grin Reapers versus
would you be interested in doing
challenge?
a shooting challenge? Like
With
clay?
a bug assault or with a...
Yeah, you practice. I love them, man. I wanted to buy one. Max Shane got one, and him and his misso just shoot fucking flies all outdoors.
It's so good.
No, out at like clay shooting, there's like a clay pigeon
Pool!
one. Yeah.
I'd be so shit, but I'd love to.
Yeah.
do it.
So, all right, sick. We'll see if we can tee up a time. I
My,
reckon
my
that'd be
kids
good.
on Fortnite, my kids laugh at me when I go into a battle, and I'm just like, I'm hoping him like with a real gun, my skills are better than they are.
Surely.
I really thought I was going to be better at this.
Yeah. I've let my whole team down. Oh, no.
Okay. All right, sick. Anything you want to plug there, Whitey?
Just our new YouTube, the Grin Reapers,
Yep.
and our pod. That's it.
And then what day is it? So tonight, this won't be up tonight, but next Wednesday, me and Max Shane have started Notorious QIZ. It's it's going to be so much fun.
Quiz.
So it's all,
I get it.
It's all, yeah, it's all hip hop and rap, and like games crossed with Who's Rhyme. So it's really cool. We're actually going to try to turn it into a board game.
Cool.
Who's Rhyme, Notorious QIZ board game.
And what are you going to do that once a month?
It's every Wednesday at Planet Royale.
Oh, fuck.
For
cool.
the next like 2 months. So
Sick.
they've sponsored by Red Bull. I think they've commissioned us. So we've written this hip hop rap quiz from scratch. Think like Usher, Lil Jon, Eminem, Tupac, Biggie, Dr. Dre, Jay-Z, all that sort of classic. The classic 2000s is where it's at.
Love it.
With a little bit of new school.
Bit of up and joke.
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Basically, yeah. So that's every Wednesday, and it's free, and you can win like $200 worth of prizes, $300 worth of prizes if you come first. And then March the 9th, so next week, guys, Thursday, so the day after Notorious QIZ, Simpsons quiz. So there's 60 tickets, already sold half. That's at the Left Bank. Oh, and Tuesday, me and Max Shane are hosting Jam Jar, which is one of the most amazing nights you can come and check out.
Can you Simpsons quiz me one question?
Yep.
I'm
Sure.
not that good, but
You
love
going
the
to show them
Simpsons.
that picture that you posted?
Yeah, sure. I can
That's a
show
good
you
one.
show you the one I posted, which is just which Simpsons character is that?
Snoop Dogg. What?
Nah,
It's gone.
hang on.
How'd you
It
do
dis-
that? That's like
disappeared.
magic.
It's not Snoop.
Who's that?
So there's a picture of blood, there's a picture of Chewies, and then there's a picture of Eddie Murphy.
Oh, I thought Eddie Murphy was Snoop. From the distance. I failed the quiz. I got no fucking idea.
Bleeding Gums
Murphy.
Murphy.
Bleeding Gums Murphy.
I would never have got that.
Blood,
So-
chewing gum.
I thought you were
Eddie
showing
Murphy.
an actual character. I was like, that's Apu. He got cancelled, eh?
Yeah, Hank Azaria cancelled himself. Yeah, he stopped doing his voice.
Oh,
So-
yeah, he did.
Incredible.
But yeah, Jam Jar is $5, and me and Max Shane are hosting. It's the most incredible night. Like honestly, even if you
It
don't
is.
like music,
I've been
it's
once
hard.
and I loved it.
It's so the
Except for
band
Tuesday
are
night.
like incredible musicians. They freestyle a beat. The singers are all whopper, like voices of angels. They'll freestyle a chorus, and me and Max Shane will freestyle the verses in between. And it's like it's all done on crowd suggestion, and it's magic. It's one of the most magic things. So that's at the Bird.
Cool.
Everything's on my Instagram at Daniel Delby, and click the link tree.
I don't
Sorry,
have much.
Before you plug yours,
Yeah.
have you ever opened a show with one of your freestyles, or do you always close it?
I think I haven't opened, but I can try. We were having this chat the other day.
Lean in.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
been
that's
like
what you
a
needed to hear.
Yeah, it's been a shame factor for me, like in comedy.
I've got no idea why. That makes no sense.
Yeah, I know.
It kills every time, and you're so good at it. So
Thanks,
why?
man.
Because he wants to be.
I know, but
He wants to be for the comedy, but yeah.
it is comedy.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It's your own form.
So do you reckon give it a shot? Just start with it.
That's why I just wondered if you had, because
Yeah.
the whole room's a different room once you do it.
Yeah, you're so right. Well, we start Who's Rhyme with that by holding things up, but never at like a personal set. So have
Could
to
give it a
shot.
go.
Yeah.
How are you?
And then you're gonna
what's that
have-
game you played? The How You
Pleased to meet
Pleased
you.
to Meet You. Play that. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking with the song at the start, then you've got callbacks your whole set.
Yeah, that's
where
pretty good.
And the people.
Fuck yeah.
Look at
The
him.
universe.
Look at his, yeah, that is the universe. Me and Delby had this chat the other day. Lean into the rap. It's your point of difference.
Oh, yeah. And the universe, you've got to listen to the universe. I'm always listening to that, can't I?
Yeah.
Mate, fucking.
Listen to that cunt.
Seriously.
If Mother Universe is cunt nature, Mother Nature cunt
Oh, do you know how
universe.
much the universe speaks without it, whether you realise it or
So
not?
much, bro.
I kid you not, building that studio, I'll grab a handful of nails, go where what I'm working on, last nail every time.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's just like, how does that work? Maybe subconsciously you time it to that,
Potentially.
but
Divine intervention, man. Universe is magic.
yeah.
I love it,
Honestly.
mate. Oh, you don't have to sell me on the universe. I'm leaping and trusting the universe.
Yeah. Well, even like last week, I was looking how to do a pilot episode and how do I pitch. So I'm searching everywhere. How do you pitch a TV idea? What do you need for an episode? I messaged Janelle. I'm like, what do we need? Da-da-da. And then literally a week later, David Hughes
Yeah.
messaged me with a link just going, hey, man, I remember you asked me last year, this is how you pitch a show for people that are cold pitchers. And he goes, I felt bad because you told me I just had something picked up and I remembered you wanted it. And it was like 5 days before I was
he's-
randomly back onto it.
He's
So
so
good.
fucking selfless, man.
Yeah, he's a
did the
legend,
same
eh?
thing. He messaged me 2 days ago, added me to a group to help me with because I've leapt into this. Like, he doesn't have to do that shit.
Yeah.
Like he actually fucking very selfless person. I
He was
love
good
him.
on your pod when he came on.
Yeah, he's a
That's
legend,
good.
eh?
Yeah.
I like seeing him the other night, eh? It was cool.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome. So I don't know fuck all, but I guess I do-ish. I've got, I'm doing teacher comedy night now.
Yep.
Cool.
Jump up.
Teacher comedy night, 12th of
12th of April.
12th of April, so that's a while away. The Exmouth tour, Eclipse tour. We're going, me and Delby, Mac Shane, and Squirrely going up to Coral Bay in Exmouth. So that's going to be
The
good.
lunar eclipse.
For the lunar eclipse.
Or solar eclipse. Solar eclipse.
Solar eclipse, sorry. Yep, solar eclipse. So we're doing the 2 shows the 2 days before, and then the next day we're hanging out watching the eclipse, and then we're hightailing home.
Yep. So that's
Um,
April 18, 19,
Yep.
and then the 20th.
20th
so if
is
you're
the,
in Coral Bay on the 18th,
Mm-hmm.
and then if you're in Exmouth on the 19th.
And potentially if Dr. Robin Cook is going to be up there, the astrophysicist we had on, who wants to come back on anyway, hopefully we can sort out a little live pod up there because that'd be fucking
That'd be
awesome. And that's about it. If you
And
guys want
any-
some video work,
Yeah.
give it to me.
Yeah. Any media stuff.
Yeah, that'll be incredible because that'll help with this leap. But yeah, I trust.
One small step for man.
I trust the universe.
Deserve it. Yes, you do.
I can't believe he jumped.
You jumped so far.
yeah.
I could never jump that far.
All right, sick. That was fun. That was good. That was just cool.
Nice.
That was chat.
Just the lads, just people love the fly on the wall chats.
I love it. It was good. Thanks for coming on, man.
Church you.
Legends.
Hooroo.
Appreciate it.